buckle up. Yeah. Turn an angel into angel dust. Top rope caution, got it jumping like double dutch. Used to take a shuttle bus, I ate a struggled lunch. Turn my woes to wins, you know I had to knuckle up. Hey, big bands busting out a duffel. Bloody knuckles from the last scuffle, putting dogs back on the muzzle. Might have kicked it for a month, we not a couple. Had to shuffle through my plays, you were getting hard to juggle. Hold up, little stubble on my face, I'm getting more mature. Cause some phonies out the squad, I'm getting more secure. Drop a project every year, I'm trying to tour some more and travel around the world. We, baby, au revoir. I'm booked for life, catch me if you can. Yeah, hey, 100 grand popping out a rubber band. Yeah, okay. I'm booked for life, catch me if you can. Yeah, hey, 100 grand popping out a rubber band. Never let them get the upper hand. You can't tax me if you don't catch me. Catch me in the field on the route like I'm Crabtree. I branched out backseat, just making them Aggie. You not a top G, bro, you going out badly. Popped a little tab, got me feeling like Bradley. Cooperstown bound, the first second they draft me. Paul Pierce the noise with any question y'all ask me. Y'all been popping my shit since y'all been popping your acne. The money just a perk, but the glory attract me. All the women distract me like Fox in a Safety. It's like I drive a taxi, they left in the backseat. Luca with the Dons, bro, just look at the stat sheet. I finish so crafty. I'm Kyrie with the drive. At high speeds, they'll never take me alive. Couple losses hurt, but that can never break me inside. 82 games, no days off on the grind. Cause I'm booked for life, catch me if you can. Yeah, hey, 100 grand popping out a rubber band. Yeah, hey, I'm booked for life, catch me if you can. Yeah, hey, 100 grand popping out a rubber band. Bradley, Cooperstown bound, the first second they draft me. Paul Pierce the noise with any question y'all ask me. Y'all been popping my shit since y'all been popping your acne. The money just a perk, but the glory attract me. All the women distract me like Fox in a Safety. It's like I drive a taxi, they left in the backseat. Luca with the Dons, bro, just look at the stat sheet. I finish so crafty. I'm Kyrie with the drive. At high speeds, they'll never take me alive. Couple losses hurt, but that can never break me inside. 82 games, no days off on the grind. Cause I'm booked for life, catch me if you can. Yeah, hey, 100 grand popping out a rubber band. Yeah, hey, I'm booked for life, catch me if you can. Yeah, hey, 100 grand popping out a rubber band. Never let them get the upper hand. I came too far, I ain't giving up. I had to cut what was weighing me down. And then when you grow, they say that you switching up here to perimeter. Defending the fort, we crushing the visitors. I got it locked, ain't taking a prisoner. Thought it was sweet until they chin hit with a finisher. Heartbreak Nicky, I'm voiding the slips. I'm raising the stakes, enjoying the risk. Injecting my veins with ice, as cold as it gets. I live for this shit. Die as a legend, I ride with aggression. I lost in the past, it's fine, it's a lesson. I'm loading the clips, I fire the weapons and taking what's mine. It's time for redemption. Too far, I ain't giving up. I had to cut what was weighing me down. And then when you grow, they say that you switching up here to perimeter. Defending the fort, we crushing the visitors. I got it locked, ain't taking a prisoner. Thought it was sweet until they chin hit with a finisher. Heartbreak Nicky, I'm voiding the slips. I'm raising the stakes, enjoying the risk. Injecting my veins with ice, as cold as it gets. I live for this shit. Die as a legend, I ride with aggression. I lost in the past, it's fine, it's a lesson. I'm loading the clips, I fire the weapons and taking what's mine. It's time for redemption. Yeah. Why to LA with it? Why to LA with it? Why to LA with it? Yeah. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no chain. Feel like Ice Cube, cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Yeah. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, how the paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Yeah.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, Marlon, and we are back at it again. We're back at it again. Let's go. Let's go. What's up? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Listen, man. Listen. Great to have you guys back at it again on another episode, on another day, on another week with MGN, baby. Great to see you guys, man. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Make sure you boys hit that like button for me. This week is the week, man. We got a lot of stuff going on, man.
Tactical nuke!
We got a lot of stuff happening this week, man. All right. And the biggest one of them all is GTA 6, baby. GTA 6, baby. In 3 more days. Come on. In 3 more days. You know what I'm saying? The biggest game of the generation. The biggest game of the generation is going up for pre-orders. Let's go.
Selling my PS5 Pro, buying Steam Machine it to steal.
It should be, you know what? It should be the other way around. It's the other way around with that one, which we're going to go into. Boyo Trek, my man. Thank you so much. My Poland brother. I appreciate you. Always be the first on it. Listen to me, man. A lot of stuff is going on this week. We got the pre-orders for GTA 6. We also got a price leak, which we're going to take with an ocean of salt because it's literally a placeholder. And there's some other stuff that we're going to be going into. And I just feel like a lot of people are just...
R.I.P. Steam Machine.
Yep, definitely. A lot of people are just blowing stuff out of proportion, right? Because they're like, oh, well, this, no, well, this. Bro, relax. Like, relax, okay? The game is going to be the regular price, all right? So we'll talk about all this, the theatrics and everything like that in just a little bit. But oh my God, the sky is about to open up. Makwi Ninja, thank you, bro. The sky is about to open up. The Steam Machine, all I'm going to say is the Steam Machine makes the PS5 Pro look like a steal. I ain't even lying. I ain't even lying right now. I ain't even lying, bro. I am not lying right now. This is the hardcore truth. The Steam Machine makes the PS5 Pro look like a steal. Literally. I ain't even gonna hold y'all up right now, because that thing is roughly on par with a base PS5, and it costs double the price of a base PS5. It's not even close. So it makes a PS5 Pro look like a bargain right now. And I knew this was gonna happen, regardless of what's going on in the world. I knew it. I told y'all, I said if the Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte is basically $1,000, how much you think the Steam Machine is going to be? I told y'all. I literally told y'all. So now Valve just opened up the doors right
They're
now.
both highway robbery, but I keep telling you all, Sony running the industry. PlayStation on top.
PlayStation on top. Hey, man, look, listen. I try to tell you guys. I try to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell you guys, I said, you know, every piece of tech that is coming out is going to get hit with a high price tag. There's just no way around it. You're going to get hit with a price. You're going to get hit with a high price tag. There's just no way around it. So it pays to be the boss at the end of the day. And to each their own. But I told you guys, I said that thing is not going to be cheap. And with the specs of that thing, yeah, it's not even close to the PS5 Pro in terms of what the PS5 Pro can do. And I see a lot of people saying like, oh my God, man, I might as well just get a PS5 Pro at this point. You know, and I'm just like, man, I don't know, but people are still going to buy it. It's Valve. It's still going to sell. You know, that's such a hardcore truth. It's going to sell. Just like with Sony, whenever Sony comes out with something, people are going to turn around. Thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much. I didn't get to see how much jewels that was. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, you know, there's that. People are still going to buy it. It's still going to sell because it's Valve. And it's probably going to sell out. That's just the way it is. And it's probably going to get scalped. It's just the way it is. But when you look at the standard price of this device, without any controller, yes, PS5 Pro is the better deal. It is the better deal. And from a performance standpoint, from a value standpoint, it is the better deal. But I understand for people who are in the Valve ecosystem, they have just nothing but Steam You know, PS5 don't have Steam. PS5 Pro don't have Steam. You have a large catalog of games. You're a PC player and you don't have the money to buy no expensive PC rig. By all means, go ahead and pay for it, but just don't expect the world. You know what I'm saying? For what you're basically getting. So we're going to go dive a little bit much more deeper into that. Now, there was some confusion over the weekend in regards to Halo Campaign Evolve, something about you need a PSN Plus requirement for local co-op.
Don't flip-flop, you said you was getting the Steam machines no matter what. Eyes emoji, lol.
Who said anything about that?
DOA, I just want the Helix next gen anyway.
Who said anything about, hold on. Who said, I never said anything about that. I'm just talking about price to performance. I'm talking about the better value. Who said anything about that?
Thank you so much for your videos. I'm watching from France, and I just wanted to say, don't give up. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. More love and God bless. Who said anything? Top shelf. No, come on, man.
No controller and no Half-Life 3.
There you go.
WTH.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The PS5 Pro is the better value on paper. Thank you so much, my friend, my French brother. I appreciate you, man. Welcome to the channel, Wagner. I appreciate it.
Happy belated Daddy's Day to all the fathers in the chat and especially to you, Marlon. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you
I
so
hope
much.
It was a blessed day yesterday.
Yes. Me too, man. Happy belated Father's Day, you know, to all the fathers out there, the real fathers out there, you know what I'm saying, that put in the time, put in the work, put in the grind, take care of their responsibility. You know what I mean? We'll stop at nothing. Yo, just want to give a massive happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Y'all the real MVPs. So look. So, like I was telling Top Shelf earlier, I know he just came in. He was like, "Whoa, you just listen." I do want the Steam machine. I never said that I wouldn't try to attempt to get one if I had the money. But what I'm saying is, like, in terms of a value standpoint, the Pro is the better deal. So if you are someone that is contemplating either the Steam machine or the Pro, on paper, the Pro is the better offer because without a controller, this thing is more than the Pro. You see what I'm saying? It is more than the Pro. But the only way I could see it being something that you would invest in is because maybe, you know, you're a Steam guy. You know, you have a lot of games, you know, hundreds and thousands of games. I don't know your business like that. Maybe you might have 500, 800 games. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe you're heavily invested in Valve.
Big up DI Real Father's Dem.
Yes, definitely. 100%. So, thank you, gamer on all consoles. Yeah. So I can see it from that perspective if you want to spend that kind of money. But like I said, we'll go over the pricing and all of that. Check this out. We're going to talk about the PlayStation 6 because we got this, you know, back and forth and oh, it's going to get delayed and oh, it's not delayed. We don't even know what to believe right now.
I'm just joking, bro. I know you didn't say that. Rolling on
I
the floor,
know, but
emoji.
hey, you know, Top Shelf, you know, you're my boy. You know, I had to clear it up. You know what I'm saying? I had to clear it up. I say, if I have the money right now, I don't even have the money for that thing. Cause that thing is literally way more expensive than what I thought it was going to be. So I don't even have the money for a Steam machine right now. So we'll see how that actually turns out. But I will say the PlayStation 6 situation is crazy because now we're hearing that it's still coming out. According to a known AMD leaker. Obviously, we still got to wait for Sony to come out. So let's pump our brakes. But as of right now, the reports are saying that this thing is still coming out in 2027. I just, my brain for some reason is struggling to try to understand why we're still coming out with a PlayStation 6 in 2027.
Will you do a member goal because you're gonna have to get one to at least review it when it comes out?
I know, man. I mean, I know. I would like to, but I'm not trying to. I'm saying I'm not trying to like ask ask anybody for anything, but I would like to get one to review on the channel for sure. I mean, I'll be okay with getting the base model one, the 512 gigabyte one. I think it's like 1,000. I think it's 1,050. We'll go over the pricing and stuff. If I can at least get that one and review it on the channel, that would be awesome. But we'll see, man. But if anybody wants to do anything, link will be in the description to check out my man Goku.
Marlon, remember skillful and top shelf will add in the balance for the stem machine. Mother got this. Smiley face emoji.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Let me fix my suit and my tie right quick. Oh my God. My bow tie is a little bit too tight for my throat right now. Oh, let me loosen up a little bit. You're right. You're right, man. You're right. But nah. Hey. It's all optional. If anybody wants to help towards the Steam machine, link will be in the description. Hey, like I said, that wasn't even my plan to even ask. I didn't even know if we were going to get one or not. But if anybody wants to help.
PS6 2027 too late. Bring my $2K PS6 now. Fire emoji.
Bro, listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna say that. You know what? Let me say this, bro. Oh my God, dude. I feel real bad right now. I feel really, really bad. Dog, if the Steam machine right now is going for over $1,000, like how much you think PS6 is gonna be?
Hope you doing good. I tag you on some odd info.
Oh, thank you. Hey, OD info. All right, bro. Appreciate that. Cheeto, thank you so much, my brother. Love you, man. Listen, I'll get to you, Cheeto. Love you, man. Thank you so much for being a part of the news team. You're like the leader of the news team, man. You always be, updating us as we go along. So I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. So listen to me. How much you think the PS6 is gonna be, man? Oh my God. It's like the signs are there. Every piece of tech that comes out is so expensive. How much you think the PS6 is going to be, man? If the Steam machine is over $1,000, how much the PS6 is going to be? Unless Sony subsidize, there's just no way, man. There's just no way. If PS5 Pro is $900, think about what I'm saying, guys. If it's $900, there is no way. There's no way it's going to be cheaper. It's almost impossible because Valve was like, yo, they wanted the price of the Steam Deck to be even cheaper. And that's not even the case. You know what I'm saying? So think about what I'm saying. Like how much you think PS6 is going to be? Not only that, the Steam machine has Gen 4 SSD. You see what I'm saying? Which you can obviously upgrade the storage. PS6 is going to have Gen 5. Sit down wherever you are and think about what I just said. Gen 5 SSD, which means it's going to be stupid expensive. We just covered a PS5 SSD 8 terabyte for $3,000. That's a price of a 5080.
For that price, might as well get a PC.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, dog. Like this is insane. It's literally insane. Like I mean, might as well, because you can get a 5070.
PS6 will be expensive, but Helix will be DOA.
Unless Microsoft finds a way to subsidize the price. Which we're hearing that they're thinking about doing. Because nobody has thousands of dollars to spend on any hardware right now, which is the truth. But people are going to buy whatever they want to buy. But at the same time, guys, think. This thing's supposed to be having Gen 5 SSD. How much you think for a 1 terabyte Gen 5 SSD right now is what? $400? $500? In some places? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's literally ridiculous.
We staring at $1,300 PS6 and $2,000 Helix. Folded hands emoji. Crash.
And people don't want to hear that though, dog. People don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? People don't want and see, this is the fear. This is the shocker for Sony is that majority of you guys are going to hold on to your PS5s. That's just the hardcore truth. Majority of you guys are going to hold on to your PS5. You are not going to upgrade. If the PlayStation 6 comes out and it's at $1,000, you are not going to upgrade right away. You're just not going to do it. Heck, you didn't want to do it for the PS5 Pro at $899. You're not going to do it with a PS5. PS6. You're just not. You're not going to get the PS6 at $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be like, nah, this is too much. Then you got to factor in more storage. Then you got to factor in accessories, PlayStation Plus, all this extra stuff, the games. It's going to get stupid expensive. So, but we're here in 2027. We're hearing things are still on track. We will see. We also have another update as well. We got to talk. We're going to talk about GTA 6. But we also have an update here for my PC boys out there. So if you guys have a Radeon 7000 series, GPU, whichever one of the 7000 series you have, AMD finally lift the curtains on FSR 4.1. Congratulations, boys. You got upgraded. Just in time for GTA 6 2 years from now. All right, you ready? You ready? You ready? I don't think y'all boys are ready. Y'all ain't ready.
This sets a tone of what we can expect going forward. I keep saying you either stay in this gen longer or pay higher.
Yep.
No company is exempt.
Yep, 100%. Look at Nintendo right now. Look at Nintendo. Look at what Nintendo is doing.
Will there be physical copy of GTA 6? That will be the only reason to pre-order. No need to pre-order digital copy. Makes no sense.
Makes no sense. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about GTA 6 right now. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to talk about it right away. This cannot wait. We got to talk about GTA 6 because GTA 6 is the biggest elephant in the room for this week, next to the Steam machine. So we got to talk about it right away. So put on your seatbelt, boys. Safety first. All right. So let's talk about GTA 6 because I know a lot of people are trying to figure out like what's going on. When is the page going to go up for pre-orders and yada, yada, yada. So let's talk about it. Let's talk all about this stuff right now because I know a lot of people are still a little confused on how this is going to work and what's going to be happening. So let's do it right now. All right.
At Mocha Ninja 1300 is bad for PS6 consoles.
Yeah, that's not. 1,300. That's just not gonna sell well for Sony. I'm sorry. It's Sony, but the truth is the truth. Who's gonna buy a $1,300 console from PlayStation? It's just not gonna happen. The majority of PlayStation fans, they're going to laugh in Sony's face like, okay, you expect me to get rid of my Pro or get rid of my PS5 to buy a PlayStation 6? It's not going to. Plus, when you trade in that PlayStation 6, you are not going to get enough trade-in credit. You think GameStop is going to give you $1,000 or they're going to give you $800 for your base PS5 to help you out? No. You're going to get what you're going to get. You're probably going to get maybe $300, maybe $400 if you're lucky. You see what I'm saying? And then you're going to have to cough up the rest of that money. So again, no. This thing has to be under $1,000. If Sony wants the PlayStation 6 to sell, and I mean sell very well, it has to be way under $1,000. And the likelihood of that happening.
I got my PS5 day one. If there's PPL out there looking for PS5, I suggest buying one secondhand if possible.
Yep.
Don't give Sony $700 just for the box.
Yep. 100%. I be telling people, look, check out them pawn shops. You know what I'm saying? Check out the pawn shops, check out wherever you need to check out because honestly, bro, it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now at the price that Sony is selling them. Now, don't get it twisted. These are going to sell. Especially with GTA 6, like the base PS5, it's going to sell. But if Sony wants to sell more, you see what I'm saying? I think they should drop the price. But don't sleep on the secondhand market. The secondhand market, them pawn shops and stuff like that is your best friend. Because a lot of times these pawn shops, they don't even know the true value of these systems. They just throw it up there, 200. I seen a PS5 one time for like 280. I'm like, what? For a base PS5 Slim. 280, and I'm like, whoa, that's a steal. and they said it's working fine. I'm like, bro, if I actually needed an extra PS5, I would have been right on top of that. So I'm telling y'all boys, don't sleep on these pawn shops. Don't sleep on the secondhand market, because that's you can find some really hot smoking deals, and you could just take it from there or whatnot. So pay attention to that, guys. All right, so let's get GTA 6 out of the way, because I know some of you guys are getting really impatient right now. So let's go ahead and let's just dive right into it. All right. So check this out. Now, listen to me right now. When it comes to GTA 6, I would say it's going down this Thursday, right? Pre-orders are happening on the 25th. So that's this Thursday, which means by Wednesday or by tomorrow, either Wednesday or tomorrow, we should start seeing pages going up. I mean, when I say pages, I'm talking about Best Buy, Walmart, all these by the latest Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? By the latest Wednesday, you should start seeing, pages specifically. Like you go on Best Buy, you'll see like, the logo, the artwork, all the details about the game, the different editions and stuff like that. Yes. This is one of the biggest questions I've been asked. I get messages on this. Do you think that you're going to have physical copies of GT? Yes. Yes and yes and yes. Remember, Strauss Zelnick said yes. Majority of their customers are going to be digital only. You see what I'm saying? Which is truth. Look at Sony. Look at Sony's last financial reports. Majority of you guys, 85%, almost 90% of you guys prefer to play your games digitally only. What does that tell you? So again, and then the other 15% wants that physical copy. So don't just think for whatever reason that Rockstar and Take-Two is just not going to come out with, they're going to have physical copies. And there's going to be incentives. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they might sweeten the deal even more for digital customers. You see what I'm saying? So obviously there's no rush to pre-order the game digitally unless, I don't know, the servers crashes. Obviously the servers are going to get hit hard on Thursday to pre-order the game anyway. You might be going on PSN, or you might be going on Xbox and you're trying to pre-order the game and your card won't go through, or it just keeps giving you an error message. That's because so much traffic is going through that small pipeline of data, you know what I'm saying? And everything is just getting slammed. All these freaking people, you know what I'm saying, going through this one freaking channel, and next thing you know, site can't freaking handle it, which I at least hope that Sony and Microsoft is prepared. I hope that Best Buy, Walmart, Target, all these retailers are prepared for what's going to be happening on Thursday, because this is not no joke. So I told y'all, standard edition, $70. So according to this report, these are just placeholders. We have a reliable, I wouldn't say insider, but a journalist that pretty much came out. They did some digging into the system and realized these SKUs weren't belonging to Rockstar or Take-Two, or you guys know what I'm saying. So with that being said, these are just placeholders, but a lot of people have it to say that this game is going to be $100. No. For the I'm going to say it right now. Y'all going to come back. GTA 6 Standard Edition will not be $100. It is not going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is not going to happen. Even though I would happily pay $100 for GTA 6. Bro, guys, you got to remember the budget for this game was $2 billion. You know what I mean? Not only that, but also the quality and the amount of content that this game is going to possess. And not even the amount of fun you're going to have. You see what I'm saying? Like, people would happily pay $100 for this game, but it's not going to happen. For the standard edition, I'm going to say it one last time. Y'all can believe these reports all you want. And the only reason why I'm talking about it, because you guys have been asking me my thoughts on it, it's not going to happen. $70. Heck, Mr. Strauss was like, look, what we're offering is a premium experience, and $70. He hinted at $70. Like, $70 is the standard price, he said, of all these games. Like, we're standing firm on what we believe in terms of our product. That's what he said. Look it up. This game is not going to be $100 for the standard. So get that out your head right now. $69.99. Now, I can't promise you this. Anything above the standard copy, it's going to be more money, obviously. You see what I'm saying? So whether it's $90 for the digital deluxe or whatever, and then it goes higher from there. And then, the collector's edition. This is another thing before we get into the report, so you guys can see it for yourselves. Nonsense. People talking, saying that the collector's edition is going to be $150. It is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Guys, that was 13 years ago. Come on, use your heads. It's not, I see a lot of people asking me, oh, it's going to be $150. It's not going to be $150. No, it's not. That was 13 years ago. This is 2026. You see, them stuff is way more expensive. You know how much money they're spending on advertising this game? You know how much money it costs them to make all these collector's editions? It ain't cheap. You see what I'm saying? And this is GTA 6. So it pays to be the boss. Like, this is going to be double the price. Don't go into this expecting it to be $149.99. It is not. Expect to pay, like I told y'all, between $200 to $300. It could be $249. It could be $300. It could be $200. But it's not going to be no $150. I'm sorry. That's for the collector's edition. My predictions, $300. Between $200 to $300. So prepare your pocketbooks. And also, a lot of people are probably going to target that collector's edition because they know once that collector's edition is sold out, that's money they got in their pocket. That's a gold mine they got. People are going to sit there and turn around and sell their pre-order for a lot of freaking money. You know this game. Come on, guys. You know the eBay game. You know the Facebook Marketplace game. People are going to sit there, pre-order the collector's edition, and then charge a gazillion amount of dollars because it's sealed and it's GTA 6 and it's sold out. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Come on, you should know this. All right, man. Let's get to the official stuff here. Now, this is why I call this nonsense, because we have seen reports like this before from a European retailer and blah, blah. If it ain't US, I'm not even going to believe it. But you guys wanted me to talk about it, so we're talking about it right now. And like I said, don't fall for this nonsense. Here we go. Look at your screen right now. So this has come from pushsquare.com. Rumor, GTA 6 price potentially leaked by European retailer. Update, retail Snoop pours water on speculation. So again, now we have Bill Khan here, and he is saying right now that this is like all smoke right now. So these are the pricing, right here. So they have, I'm guessing this is the standard edition, €89.99, which entails to be $102 American. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. So RS1, RS2, etc. are like code name related to GTA 6, apparently, right? So apparently it has 5 different SKUs that is supposed to be, happening here. And this is supposed to be some like Portuguese, like retailer, FNEC or whatever, however you pronounce that, has potentially leaked the physical price of GTA 6 ahead of pre-orders opening on June the 25th. Again, guys, no, sir. No, this is not true. I wouldn't, if I were you, I would take this with a huge grain of salt. I would just give a blind eye to this. This is not going to happen. $103, there is no way. There is no way. It's just not going to happen. If GTA 6 comes out at $100, that's going to cause a lot of problems in the industry, because then people are going to be like, well, if they're charging $100 for GTA 6 for their standard game, I guess we can charge $100 too. No, you cannot. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the main reasons why I'm just like, I don't believe this. This is just not happening. Okay. You're not going to be able to pre-order this game standard copy for no $100. I think it's going to be standard price, $69.99. And then from there on upward, like digital deluxe or, the collector's edition or another premium edition in between, whatever the case may be. But it's not going to be no over $100 or $99.99 for a standard copy. It's just not going to happen. Plus, he's saying here, said, look, like many people, including Rockstar, are trying to disturb my holidays. Those SKUs are just placeholders, BCZEAN codes, and like UPC in the US are obviously not belonging to Take-Two traditional game prefixes. So again, this is a bunch of smoke at this point. But like I said, this game is going to be worth it. This game is going to be worth it. It don't matter. Listen, man. It don't matter. This game is going to be worth it. This game is going to be worth the $69.99. 100%. 100%. You know what I'm saying? We've been waiting for how long, dog? We've been waiting for how long? Guys, come on. We've been waiting for 13 years. 13 years. I know people are going to be digging into their savings account and be like, you know what? I don't care how much it is. I don't care how much it is. I hear you, bro. I hear you. But listen, like I said, it's going down this Thursday for GTA 6. As soon as the pages go live, I'll let you guys know. I will be streaming early to do the pre-orders with you guys. So stay tuned, man. It's going down this Thursday, guys. It's going down. Make sure you guys vote on the poll as well on where you sitting at in terms of, you know, are you really excited? Are you waiting to see performance on how it's going to run on the consoles? Or you don't give a doggone about performance and you're just like, listen, man, I just want to play the game. And which for the majority of you guys, when it comes to GTA 6, you're just want to play the game. You don't care about anything else. VJ says, I'm worried about GTA Marlon, my faith in Wolverine. Hey, to each their own. To each their own. Listen, I have no doubt that GTA 6 is going to be phenomenal. I have no doubt that GTA 6 is going to be groundbreaking. Makwi Ninja says the 5 SKUs, they are planning digital and physical different. So it's going to be, this is apparently all physical. I don't believe they're going to have 5 different physical copies. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you have the standard. Then you might have a like a premium edition or something like that with some extra stuff that you're probably going to get. And then you're going to have the collector's edition. And then you'll have your digital deluxe or whatever extra, you know, digital stuff they're going to actually do. So I don't think there's going to be 5 different physical. These are for physical copies, apparently. So these are leaked physical prices. But I don't believe they're going to have 5 different physical copies of this game. I just don't believe that. But we'll see. We'll see. Gamers complain about how games are too expensive, but willing to buy GTA 6 for those ridiculous. And listen, Paul, those prices are fake. But you have to understand, when it comes to GTA 6, there's an exception. There's an exception for GTA 6 because how often do you get a GTA game? Like once every 10 years. Once every 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Like literally once every generation, right? So for a lot of people, they're just like, hey man, you know what? Screw it. You know what I'm saying? Mark says, I'm gladly wait for the PC version if those consoles don't hit 60. Nah, bro, Mark, I can't do it. Listen, man, wait for the PC version. Nah, dog. I can't do it. I gotta play this game. I gotta make content on this game. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I have to get my hands on this game and play this game. We've been waiting for PC. You're going to be waiting another year, 2 years maybe. No. Screw that. As much as I want 60 FPS, even if it comes out that it's not 60 and it is 40 or even 30, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Sit around and wait another 2 more years. I can't do it. I gotta get my hands on that game, review that game, play that game, make content on that game. I can't wait. I can't wait another 2 more years. Nah, man. Or who knows how long it's gonna be. Look how long we've been waiting on this game. Nah, heck no. Screw that, bro. But hey, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? To each their own. You know, me as a content creator, I can't. I'm not gonna sit around and wait 2 years, a year and a half. Everybody else making content talking about GTA 6. I'm sitting here. Heck no. Nah, bro. Give me that game. Let me play that mug now. You know what I'm saying? Let me do my thing now. Yeah, word up. But nah, check this out. Check this out, man. You thought we was finished? Nah, player. Nah, we just getting started. Hit that like button for me. Let's talk about the Steam machine. Oh boy. We'll see if we can. We're gonna see if we're able to get our hands on one. If not, it is what it is. I mean, I would love for us to get one for the channel so that we can play and review, but we'll see. Because the money right now on these, oof, Lord have mercy, very, very expensive right now. So let's go ahead and take it away. So Valve just officially revealed the price of the Steam machine and the configurations. Yeah, here we go. So Wario64 is reporting Steam machine configs and prices. Sign up for a list before June 25th. So in other words, you better sign up before June 25th to be able to, and they're going to be randomly selecting you to buy a Steam machine. So they're not just going to be open this up for anybody to get it. They're going to be randomly selecting you. So you may or may not even get selected to buy one. Look at these ridiculous prices, dog. So 512 gigabyte, $1,050. Let that sink in. $1,050 for the 512. For the 512 with a controller, $1,128. For the 2 terabyte, $1,350. Jesus, dude, that is like $1,500 with taxes. And then the 2 terabyte with a controller, $1,428. You got to be freaking kidding me. So look at this. For the 2 terabyte one with the controller, you get 2 faceplates with it, right? For $1,428. You got to be freaking kidding me, bro. That is expensive. That is really expensive. So obviously for $1,049, they're not going to throw in some faceplates with it. No, you're on your own. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Which one we getting, Marlon?
Bro, I don't even know if we even have the money for this, dog. We don't even have the money for this right now. If we just miraculously raise the money to get one, I would love for us to get this one. I ain't even going to trip. Like, if we can at least get a 512 one so we can review, cool. If not, I ain't even, bro, this is too much. The 2 terabyte one would be nice, but I already have the controller already. But dog, $1,500 for a 2 terabyte with a controller? Lord, that's expensive. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is a hard sell for a lot of people right now. This is literally a hard sell because I can't even recommend you to buy this over a PS5 Pro. Unless you are a PC guy, unless you are a Steam guy, it's a tough sell, bro. Look at these specs, bro. The PS5 Pro walks all over this thing in terms of performance. And you don't believe me? Digital Foundry. Look at what Digital Foundry is actually saying right now. And I need y'all to pay attention because this is crazy, right? It says Valve's new Steam machine costs almost twice as much as a PS5. Performance roughly on par with Sony's base console. So look at this, dog. Look at these prices. Look at this. PS5 Pro without a disc drive is $899. Base PS5, $649. PS5 digital without disc drive is $599. The digital edition is $599. That's what I'm saying. The base PS5 is a steal because you're basically getting the same performance. You're roughly on par with a base PS5. You know what I mean? Maybe in certain cases, it might edge out the base PS5. So again, the base PS5 is a bargain. This is crazy, bro. Like, look at these prices. And obviously Valve said they were intending to make the price more affordable for the Steam machine, but obviously their hands are tied based off of all this AI stuff going on right now, and storage and all this stuff is ridiculously, expensive for them to even get. And hence why they're pushing the prices to the customer. But yeah, for the performance that you're getting, it's overpriced, bro. It's literally overpriced. It says right here, Digital Foundry reports that the Steam machine itself performs similarly to the base PS5 overall, although there are pros and cons for each device. The Steam machine CPU generally performs better than the one in the base.
Just because one thing is overpriced doesn't make another overpriced thing that happens to be a lower price.
That is true. That is true. That is true. That is 100% true. Yes, sir. You are correct. But based off of what they're saying here, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, the base PS5 is definitely overpriced for sure. It still should have been $500, but that's obviously not the case. So that is correct. But look at this. Digital Foundry is saying the CPU generally performs better than the one in the base PS5. For example, giving it about 20% advantage in the games which are CPU bound, like Crimson Desert. So again, in cases like this, it does, when it comes to the CPU is about 20% better than the base PS5. So I guess if you're playing more CPU bound games like Crimson Desert, which is open world, there's a lot of simulation going on, and stuff like that, there is the advantage. But bro, literally for almost $400 and something more. However, the PS5 excels in a range of other games at equivalent settings, largely because
my Asus 240HZ 4K monitor is $1,200. This is nothing. I'm buying it.
Oh, so you buy? All right. So we're sold on the Steam machine. All right, Punch. All right, man. All right, bro. Like I said, some of you guys got the bread. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is going to sell. Regardless of how much this thing is, it's going to sell. It's probably going to be sold out when it's all said and done, because it's Valve, and Valve hasn't come out with something like this before. I mean, yeah, there were some Steam machine rumors years ago, but it never happened. So this is like the first time ever. So this is going to sell regardless. And I know some of you guys out there are gonna probably buy it. So there's that. Now, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. So this is the Steam machine. I don't know how many of you guys are going to go ahead and try to see if you can tie your name to because you have to go ahead and sign up right now before the 25th in order to be fortunate enough to buy one, because they're going to randomly select you. They're going to send you an email and they're going to say, hey, you're picked to buy a Steam machine. So you have to sign up for whichever one you want right now before the 25th in order to get one. So there you guys go. So y'all boys, let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section, because yeah, that's expensive, dog. That is really, really expensive. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. But it says right here that the Steam machine has been launched. The prices have been revealed, and Valve has explained its reasoning for the higher cost. For those who may not be aware, a recent announcement has revealed the long-awaited pricing and ordering details for the Steam machine. Some users are surprised by the price, with the lowest variant starting at over $1,000. But Valve has already provided the reason, explaining that their initial plan was to offer it at a lower price. Why is the Steam machine so expensive? The blog post announcing the Steam machine prices obviously also explained the reasoning behind it. And Valve stated that in their system consists of components sourced from manufacturers around the globe, and the pricing depends on the cost of these components. When the company began developing the Steam Machine in 2023, it believed that it understood how the component prices would rise over the years. That understanding was born from the many years of data we all have about the evolution of PC hardware prices. This is crazy, guys. I knew this was going to happen. So in other words, the long and short of it is, because of all the component rising right now in terms of, SSD, in terms of NAND, all this stuff is a result of why it's so freaking expensive. It's expensive for them to source and to get these components, and they're going to be dishing the cost to you. Basically, the long and short of it. That's basically it. So, let me know y'all thoughts if you're going to be picking up this Steam Machine in the comment section. All right, let's talk about the PlayStation 6. Hit that like button, because I know some of you guys still want to buy the PlayStation 6. I don't know why, but I feel like it's just too soon for a PlayStation 6, because PS5 is cooking. You already got an incredible my prediction, you can have an incredible lineup of games for 2027, which is going to sell more PS5s. Why come out with a PlayStation 6 in 2027? Only God knows. But that's all right. Let's go ahead and talk about the PlayStation 6 stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and let's take it away. All right, so WCCF Tech, PlayStation 6 delay fears may be overblown as known leaker silently pushes back against the latest reports. Ooh. So here it is right here. It says, although we're getting closer to 2027, Sony has yet to make any official announcement about the PlayStation 6 despite the silence on the matter, especially amidst the rising cost of components. A recent report from the Embracer Group analyst suggests the next generation system may release in 2028 or even 2029. However, there's a good chance these fears of delays will remain unwarranted. Oh my freaking God. Judging by the reaction of known AMD hardware leaker Kepler L2 in reply to NeoGAF forum thread focused on the analyst report mentioned above, AMD leaker dropped the iconic Danny DeVito animated GIF, obviously saying, yeah, it's not happening, bro. Basically dismissing the possibility of such massive delay. It is not the first time that the leaker suggested a delay isn't on the table, no matter the current market conditions. So, according to Kepler L2, he's saying that, listen, bro, they have these contracts with AMD and TMC and TSMC right now, so they have to come out. They have to literally come out with this stuff. Like there's no delay in it or anything like that. But while Kepler 2 didn't explicitly explain why the PS6 is not being delayed, the insider strategically liked a post from a user. And this is what they're basically saying here. So delaying the console when it's basically done doesn't make any sense. They have the TSMC contracts for production of the APUs, maybe even GDDR7 contracts with memory makers, R&D done, that cost them a few hundred millions. All right, this is the hardcore thing, right? And they're saying PS5 sales are slowing down, and there is no guarantee that the memory prices will drop between now and 2030. So in other words, your backside bun you like a pepper, because chances are these prices, memory prices, probably won't go down. We're hearing from AMD that it might go down in 2028, summer of 2028. Who knows? Maybe we might get to summer 2028 and the prices are still through the freaking roof. It makes sense. Why would you delay this when you spend millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on R&D, on the APU and stuff like that? You delaying this stuff, it's going to cost you more money to delay it, which I actually told you guys. So listen to this. It says right here, releasing it in 2027, several millions units sold before 2030. When the memory price drops, you just lower price of the console and then gain a massive market share on top of what you already sold. Again, makes sense, right? It makes sense. For those of you who guys are seasoned to this tech stuff and you understand how R&D, you understand how contracts work, especially for APU, you know how it goes. So releasing it in 2030, no sales. In 2030, memory prices could be lower, the same, or higher. You start from scratch again. So Sony, in other words, Sony bauxite bun them like a pepper, because at that point you're losing money. You're playing a fool's game. You delay it, so you're delaying it right now because memory prices are too high, right? You delay it till whatever time you delay it. Who knows if memory prices are going to go down? What if the memory prices are higher than when you were supposed to initially launch the PS6? Then what happens there? And you're still stuck with that APU and the contract, and you paid all this money. Your bauxite bun you like a pepper. So now what you do? You stuck like Chuck. You literally stuck like Chuck. So again, you have no choice. You have no choice but to come out with. But what I'm saying is, right, and this pisses me off. Right now, PS5 is just start getting really good for a lot of people, right? People are buying PS5s this year because of Wolverine, you know what I'm saying? Because of, all these other games and stuff like that are coming out. So it's kind of like, okay, why the heck are we even bothering to, you know what I'm saying? And all the games that could potentially come out for PS5 next year. You talking about Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. You're talking about Venom. You see what I'm saying? You're talking about God of War, Lao Fei. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's so many games. Until Dawn 2. Come on, you should know this. Like, that's a crazy lineup of games. You know what I mean? So, again, you want to sell as many PS5s as possible. People start hearing about PlayStation 6, CES 2027, that's going to turn them off. That's going to be like, all right, what's the whole point of me buying a PS5 now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to sell as many PS5s as you can. This is why I was telling you guys, I'm like, bro, PS5 is not about to outsell no freaking PS4 or even PS2. Look how quick they're coming out with the PlayStation freaking 6. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is that, well, this is biting Sony in the rear, because they launched the console during a pandemic, right? So literally for half the generation, for half the PS5's life, everything was hanky-panky. Now, all of a sudden, now you want to turn up the heat. Back in, 2023, you were doing one game a year, pissing people off. Oh, by the way, Astrobot, almost 5 million copies. And seemed like they made their money back off of that. But Astrobot, while it was a great game, while it was one of my game of the year back in 2024, at the same time, also Ghost of Yote is selling very well. That game is pushing 5 million copies sold. That's really good. You see what I'm saying? And one of Sony's best selling freaking first party games. So again, dog, pay attention to what I'm saying. Now things are heating up for a lot of people, especially in 2026. Why the heck would you sit there and come out with a PlayStation 6 in 2027? Unless you got a smashing lineup of games, then who's going to buy the PlayStation 6? If you don't have strong, and I mean, people don't want to hear no cross-gen nonsense. We both know that Sony's going to have a bunch of cross-generation games. It's just the way it is. But what I'm saying is, if you don't have true Sony PlayStation 6 exclusives to go with that higher freaking price, then bauxite will go boom them like a pepper. So therefore, you need true PlayStation 6 exclusives. You need at least 3 or 4, dog, out the gate. Because at that high freaking mountain of a price, who the heck is going to buy no PlayStation 6 at no $1,000 or over $1,000? It's just not going to happen. Unless you're given insane amount of storage and 2 controllers and free PlayStation Plus. Oh, guys, guess what? Christmas has just begun. Then nobody and their mama is going to buy that for over $1,000. It's just not going to happen in this economy. You feel what I'm saying? You're trying to move units by the millions, bro, not by the thousands. So make it make sense. You know what I mean? If you don't have true exclusives, and I mean a gang of exclusives, 2 controller, PlayStation Plus for 1 year, nobody is going to buy it. You see what I'm saying? Nobody. And right now, there is literally no hype for the PlayStation 6. There's no hype. No hype for the PlayStation 6. Everybody talking about PS5, Series X, Nobody is really hype for the next gen consoles like that. So again, unless you're offering insane freaking value, then get out the spot. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it a buck. You guys know me. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. Unless you're offering PlayStation Plus for 12 months, 2 controllers, and at least 2 terabytes of storage for $1,000, it's probably not going to happen, because people are going to be like, they're going to be laughing in your face. Like, Sony, get out of my face. I'm just calling for what it is.
For Ocarina of Time and KH4.
Hey, let's go. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like, let's call it for what it is, bro. Yeah, exactly. The prices, man. The prices is crushing the hype.
Sony, take our time for next gen. If only they did.
I know. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna come out with this thing next year, bro. They're gonna come out with this thing next year. We will see. But as of right now, according to the reports, they coming out with this mug. Makwi, they coming out. VJ, they coming out with this thing next year, dog. And it sucks because PlayStation 5 is just starting to heat up. So something is starting to heat up, and then you just crush it. You just kill the momentum right there. It's over. You know what I mean? Like the amount, but what's going to help Sony sell more PlayStation 5s than ever before is GTA 6. That's what they're banking on. So in Sony's mind, let's crank out all the rest of the PS5 games that we have. Let's end off the PlayStation 5 generation with a bang, and let's ride that GTA 6 wave, because GTA 6 is going to move probably at least about 20 million units or more. Why? Because it is the preferred platform to play Grand Theft Auto. Look it up if you think I'm lying. Majority of people who play Grand Theft Auto played on PlayStation than anywhere else. So, with that being said, that's what they're banking on. You know, they're banking on, hey, you know what? That's going to help us sell as many units as possible alongside our first party games like Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially Wolverine. That's like the biggest one of them all that's coming out this year. Let's keep it $150. And so Wolverine is easily going to move units, you know, because it's Wolverine. It's Marvel. Like, you already know this already. So again, if you're Sony right now in GTA 6, oh shoot, perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're going to be printing freaking money, guys. Now they're going to be printing a lot of money right now. Microsoft as well. This is the chance for Microsoft to sell even more units, you know what I mean, than even from before. So this is what it comes down to. All right, so check this out, man. Here's the other part. Now, I wanted to highlight this because this right here is very interesting. And I wanted to highlight this because, again, this is who knows? I have a feeling God of War Lao Fei is probably going to come out first quarter of next year. And if that happens, that is going to be huge for the PS5. So here we go. You ready? Come on. Hit that like button. Let's go, boys. Let's go. You ready? All right. So check this out, man. Listen to this. So this has come from Shinobi602. Santa Monica boss Cory Barlog pitched God of War Lao Fei from the beginning, says Deborah Ann Wall. So that obviously is the chick that's playing Faye in the game. Quote, "Oh my God, I can't tell you. I still pinch myself. You know, again, I've known about this for nearly 10 years. For nearly 10 years, she knew about this game. Can you believe that? And I haven't been able to talk about it." End quote. Starting up another quote, "He pitched it to me in 2018. Think about that. So this, oh my God, this is how long this game has been a thing. You know what I mean? A thought, a thing. You know, actually it's been in development, 7 years, something like that? Crazy. That's what I'm saying. This game could be coming out. God of War Lao Fei could be coming out, you know, first half of 2027. I mean, for real. Like, but back to what she's saying. he pitched it to me in 2018 and they had known about it before then. It's wild. Like when Corey brought me in to talk about doing Ragnarok and showed me the 2018 game, he already had a poster for the Lao Fei game with me and a cube. That is crazy. So Corey had the whole thing planned out. Man, shout out to Corey Barlog. This is crazy, guys. A cube that's been there since the beginning. It's deeply a part of the lore. So, end quote. So that's coming from Deborah Ann Woll. She is the lead actress for Faye in God of War Lao Fei. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. All right. So, check this out. You ready? You thought we was finished? Nah, bro. Hold on to your seat, boys. Like up the stream, subscribe to the channel, and then we're going to take a look at, we're going to hear what the critics have to say about the Steam Machine. Sounds good? But before we do that, let's do a combo of the two. Let's do AMD right now with the FSR situation, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to react to the Steam Machine video. Okay, you ready? You ready, boys? Come on, man. Wake up, man. It's time to wake up. You boys are still sleeping right now. I'm gonna need for you boys to wake up. Wake up. All right, it's midday. It's past midday, boys. It's 3 o'clock on the Central. I already know on the East it's already 4. Some of y'all probably it's late at night wherever you are. Nevertheless, I got some brilliant news for you AMD boys. So, if you have a 7000 series graphics card, guess what? You're getting FSR 4.1. Let's go ahead and let's take it away.
I'm excited to announce that AMD FSR Upscaling 4.1 is now available for AMD Radeon RX 7000 series graphics cards. FSR Upscaling 4.1 is our most advanced upscaler yet, delivering exceptional image quality while preserving the fine details of the original rendered frame. We've been hard at work optimizing FSR 4.1 for RDNA 3 graphics, bringing the latest machine learning advancements to Radeon RX 7000 series gamers and delivering a more immersive experience. The end result delivers image quality that is designed to closely match what Radeon RX 9000 series players experience today. To make this possible, we've optimized these complex machine learning models to work efficiently across different compute and memory bandwidth characteristics of the RDNA 3 product family. The latest N8 model is significantly denser and more capable than previous FSR 4.0 models, enabling higher quality image reconstruction while maintaining excellent performance. This FSR 4.1 release is designed to deliver both exceptional image quality and strong performance together. We've tested and validated FSR 4.1 across hundreds of PC configurations, from the Radeon 7600 to the Radeon 7900 XTX and every card in between. Across a wide range of resolutions, gamers can now enjoy machine learning power performance in more than 300 games. I'm incredibly proud of the work behind this release and excited to bring these advancements to millions of Radeon gamers around the world. Download the latest AMD software, Adrenaline Edition driver, and enable FSR 4.1 on your Radeon 7000 series graphics cards today.
Yay! 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 There you go, boys. There you go. There you freaking go. Yay! 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 Yeah, there you go. Breathes new life into your 7000 series. And apparently, this is supposed to be coming to consoles, PS5 and Series X. We'll see. But let's check out what Digital Foundry have to say about the Steam Machine. You ready, boys? Make sure y'all go subscribe to Digital Foundry. Let's go.
So how much is it and how powerful is it? Well, Steam Machine has finally broke cover, and we finally have definitive answers to the former and benchmarks for the latter. Delayed owing to the hardware component crisis, Valve's beautifully tiny console-like PC is finally here, and from a form factor perspective, it's kind of irresistible.
Oh boy.
Imagine a taller Nintendo GameCube, and you have some idea of how tiny this thing is, while performance falls into line quite nicely with what the Steam hardware survey defines as the quintessential mainstream gaming PC. But man, the prices are gonna hurt. Starts at $1,049 or 879 Great British pounds for the basic 512GB model, rising to an oddly specific 1,128 USD or 938 pounds for the bundle pack with the Steam controller. Now, those prices rise to 1,349 USD or 1149 pounds for the preferable 2TB model. And that rises once again to 1,428 USD and 1,208 pounds for the bundles with the Steam controller.
I wish I had the money, Skillful.
Also comes with a brace of faceplates, solid walnut and red fabric, but man, it's pricey. Very pricey.
Very
it definitely
pricey.
makes you think about considering a pre-built PC or building your own, and I'm sure there'll be a range of spec suggestions from
Bonya
anyone
like a
that
pepper.
knows anything about PCs. Valve itself in its blog isn't shying away from the fact that the audience has options and that they may well prove compelling. Ultimately, if you're buying PC games on Steam, they'll be fine either way. Still, there's something about this pricing I think we should consider. There's the physical machine itself, which has a premium feel, amazing form
Bonya
factor,
like a pepper.
virtually no noise in operation, very power efficient. The replaceable front plates, love it, very easy to work with, no screws. The panel is attached via magnets, so it's literally just a case of pulling off the existing cover and putting on the replacement. The standard Steam machine is an otherwise anonymous looking black box.
They
so
can keep
the
that mug.
opportunity to personalize it in such an easy manner is really nice. Plus, there's nothing to stop third parties making their own faceplates. Combine all of these things together and we have a lovely bespoke mini PC, and I think we also shouldn't lose focus on Steam OS itself, which remains an absolutely brilliant front end, packed with options. Everything that worked on deck works here, the difference being that the extra performance makes for a flowing, nigh on flawless interface. So there's the experience, right, which is pretty flawless in my opinion, but then there are the quantifiables, specs and performance. And if that's your focus, yeah, obviously maybe you should be looking at the alternatives.
Oh boy.
If you're looking to upgrade your display and enhance your gaming experience,
Of course.
the Innocent G8
Let's get-
cores hit 4.8 gigahertz in gaming. The rest
Man, look at those specs, man. Look at those specs. Look at those specs, bro. For over $1,000. Oh my God. Those specs, outdated specs for over $1,000. Not even 32 gigs of RAM, 16 gigabyte of RAM, dog. You could get a 5060 or a 5070 PC that will blow this out of the water. You know, look at those specs. Like, look at those specs, man. Marlon, I joined a 2 terabyte waiting list. I might get it. Oh no, bro. Come on, Skillful. How you gonna do this to me, man?
Those cores hit 4.8
Oh, this
gigahertz in
man,
gaming,
bro.
the rest running significantly slower. Likely down to the makeup of the Hawk Point 2 architecture, which has 2 full-fat Zen 4 cores, the rest Zen 4C. 30-watt TDP there, according to Valve. Then there's the GPU.
30-watt TDP. Oh my God.
RDNA 3, 28 compute units, rated clock speeds up to 2.45 gigahertz. I've seen it maxed around 2.3 in that sort of area. 110 watts TDP. I can confirm now that it's definitely a pared back version.
Hey,
of the
Nighthawk,
RX
how you doing, man?
7600, based on the Navi 33 processor. 8 gigabytes of VRAM there with 16 gigabytes of DDR5 memory. Despite the memory crisis, we do still get 16 gigabytes of DDR5 system RAM. But it is just one 16 gigabyte module in the Steam machine there, not two 8 gigabyte modules in a dual channel configuration.
Nope.
We understand by speaking to Valve that the OG spec was dual channel, but lack of availability of 8 gigabyte SODIMMs has ruled that out. I didn't want to completely dismantle my review unit while I still needed to test it, and time was limited anyway. But Valve was kind enough to send me a couple of pictures of the main board. The board itself is tiny, almost Pico ITX-like according to Valve. And there you can see on the left image there the Navi 33 GPU surrounded
I
by
know.
4 2GB
I know, bro.
DDR6
I know.
memory modules for 8GB
What's
total.
up, Acoleta?
And on the right there, you'll see the Hawk Point 2 CPU. The image on the right flips the board over, showing the 2 SODIMM slots, one occupied. One module in place is also confirmed if you run CPU X on the Linux desktop. So you can upgrade components in Steam Machine, albeit in a limited sense. Upgrading the SSD is quite simple. First of all, flip the machine over and remove the 4 screws there. Unfortunately, Torx screws are used there, but Torx 8 or Torx 9 screwdrivers will do the job of removing the screws and the feet they're mounted into. Then on the rear, you've got another couple of screws to unfasten. There are clips at the bottom on the rear there that you depress to pull off the casing, and there you'll find the SSD. A 2230 SSD is found as standard, presumably so Valve can share sourcing with Steam Deck, but there's plenty of space for using a standard 2280 drive instead. One thing you'll notice is that the vast amount of the device internally is taken up by the heatsink. Valve has been really serious about keeping everything cool here. The heatsink is quite a unit. But yeah, gaining access to the main board to swap memory looks a touch more involved. However, Valve says it's easier than accessing Steam Deck and will be producing repair and upgrade guides. So, lovely machine then. The Gabe Cube is a thing. Barring Switch 2, a completely different type of console,
Hot trash
Steam
for
Machine is far, far
$100.
smaller than a
I know.
PS5, a PS5 Slim or Xbox Series X, and can produce broadly equivalent gaming experiences. You can build your own PC, of course, but pretty much the best you can hope for in terms of form factor will be some kind of mini ITX-based construction. Prices on the Steam Machine are high, but prices are also high for building a small form factor PC, right?
Hey, Pharaoh,
PS5
you
and
funny.
Series X are cheaper, of course, but that's not much help if you're looking to play your library of PC games.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
And I also think we need to talk about how going for a small form factor box gives console level efficiency, even when a single system on chip isn't being used. Typically, not something that excites people, but it makes the Steam Machine's tiny form factor possible and puts system performance into perspective. So, at the front end, at idle, you're typically in 15 watts to 17 watts territory, while interactions with the menus can see that spike into the 50 watt range. But it's gameplay that's more interesting. Crimson Desert here are optimized settings in the Bug Hill area, sees CPU and GPU close to being fully tapped out. Both of the main power drivers here are really drawing as much power as they need. Power draw made from the wall.
Wait, y'all see this?
Too much money, Marlon. I'll stay with my 4090 Lamau in 2 years now and going, brother.
I
Red
hear
heart
you.
emoji.
Hold on to that thing, man. Hold on to that 4090. Y'all seeing this? Shout out to Acoleta. Y'all seeing this? So 188 watt.
Steam Machine is literally a steaming pile of.
Oh God, I know, man. This is crazy. The Steam Machine 1440p. This is Crimson Desert. And this is not even at 60 frames per second. Are y'all paying attention? Like, this thing is only, the power draw is 188 watt, right? And you're only getting 38 frames per second at 1440p. And mind you, this thing is over $1,000. Oh my friggin' God. Wow.
Between the 180 to 190 watt area.
This is crazy,
I should
bro.
say that this is the worst case I could find in my limited testing. A game where we're typically GPU limited with a lower level of required CPU performance takes that down into the sort of 170 to 180 watt range. And obviously, if it's a
Hate
more
to say
basic
it,
game, it'll
might be
probably
time
drop
to
still
buy a
further.
PC if
So
I
in
won't
PC terms,
continue
what
with
kind
the
of
next
performance does
generation.
Steam Machine
I
offer
know, man.
compared to building a PC
It's
yourself?
crazy, bro.
The first thing I did was to actually build one a while back to satisfy my curiosity about ballpark Steam Machine performance. So the Ryzen 5 8500G has a very similar CPU architecture to the Steam Machine's Hawk Point 2 derived processor. However, I quickly discovered The chip only supports PCIe 4.0 across 4 lanes connected to the GPU, not 8, limiting bandwidth with an inevitable impact to graphics performance. I can confirm that there are 8 lanes connecting the CPU to the GPU within Steam Machine. And with that 8500G, I benchmarked it in CPU limited scenarios, finding that the Ryzen 5 5600X was a fairly close match in gaming performance. And that 5600X also happens to be the entry-level CPU of choice for the AM4 DDR4 based platform.
That stuff is crazy,
solid budget
bro.
option in the current market. So that's what I went with for most of my Steam Machine versus PC comparisons. I also used 3200 megatransfers per second DDR4. You can get faster, but this remains relatively cheap, with the emphasis on relative, obviously.
Oh, I seen the prices on the claw. It's $1,800.
In the desktop space, there can only be one, the Radeon RX 7600. The exact same Navi 33 processor as the Steam Machine. However, with the 7600, wattages are higher and all 32 compute units are active as opposed to Steam Machine's 28. So we should expect more performance then. But of course, the RX 7600 is effectively old technology now.
Yeah,
RDNA
man.
3, and it's been replaced
Definitely
by the
Geo.
Radeon RX 9060
Definitely
XT.
Geo.
Yeah, RDNA 4. It's
crazy,
Costs more,
man.
but you get a ton more performance.
Crazy.
Rounding off the group test, I went for the Radeon RX 6600. For years, you could buy this for under $200, and it also represents the GPU I'd recommend as the lowest spec for still getting a decent experience from AAA gaming. DirectX 12 Ultimate feature set, and the value it offered back in the day was just tremendous. It's an interesting comparison point for Steam Machine, as it has similar GPU clock speeds,
Stuff is
the same
crazy.
28 compute units. Memory bandwidth is higher on Steam Machine, and obviously the 6600 is using the RDNA 2 architecture, whereas the machine's using RDNA 3. But before we let the benchmarks roll, at the time of testing, these numbers come from a GPU driver that hasn't yet received ray tracing optimizations. However, neither had the GPU driver from our competing GPUs.
This is crazy, bro.
And what we're really looking
The
at
RAM
here
is not
aren't the
even dual
basic
channel.
numbers as such, but the
You know what I'm
performance
saying?
differentials. But we'll talk about ray tracing a bit later. And yes, everything here is tested under Linux, of course. We're not maxing everything out. We're choosing optimized settings.
Wait, this is the base PS5 performance mode. Wait,
Optimized
no.
settings
Hold on.
where specifically we've tailored them for 8GB GPUs because this is a much more realistic choice for this class of hardware
That's
on modern
crazy,
games.
bro.
And kicking off with Black Myth Wukong here, the numbers may look low, but that's
crazy.
mostly down to a weird issue with the game where the display resolution of the device connected can impact the numbers, even when you specify lower resolutions. So I'm selecting
Dang,
1440p here on optimized settings, but my screen is 4K, so for some reason the numbers are lower than they would be in an actual gaming scenario. Even so, as I said, it is about the percentage
That's
differentials
crazy,
between
bro.
the GPUs tested, which all have the same issue. Oh, and one more thing to note before we crack on. Benchmarks are all tested with VSync disabled for full performance. However, SteamOS itself defaults to VSync on. The reference videos in the background of the benchmarks
You
here
would
were
rather
captured
buy a
from Steam Machine
PS6
at
for
the
that
same
price?
settings with VSync active. So the benchmark numbers represent full performance. The video
Oh, no,
represents
man.
what you'd actually see out of the box with Steam Machine. So with all of that in mind, here the full-fat RX 7600 in Black Myth Wukong only manages to deliver an 11 percentage point uplift over the Steam Machine on match settings. I expected more, and you will see more elsewhere, but even so, the margin is thin on this specific test. Meanwhile, the Steam Machine itself is 11% faster than the RX 6600. So the Valve machine sits at a kind of midway point between 6600 and 7600, which is kind of like what I expected after first seeing the specs. The 9060 XT represents AMD's latest, more budget-orientated offering and delivers a 58 percentage point performance lead. Compared to 7600, you pay more, you get a lot more. For those building a Steam Machine of their own on a budget, there are cheaper options. 9060 XT is an excellent contender, but you would have to pay a lot of money for the preferable 16GB version, which is the one I tested. Let's move on to Cyberpunk 2077,
Marlon
Phantom
FC
Liberty
price
now,
the Steam
specifically.
Machine will cost $1,049 at a base level. It joke bro looking for GTA 6 pre-order, hope get trailer pretty soon.
Definitely, Lionel. Thank you so much for the support. Definitely. Yeah, man, the performance, man, I told y'all, it's just not. Oh my God,
In the
dude.
black market at the beginning of the
You might as
expansion.
well just save your money and build a 9060 XT. machine. You know what I mean? Which is roughly going to cost you maybe under $1,500. You know, if you get all the components and everything like that, it's crazy, man.
This is a properly heavy GPU workout. We're using the equivalent to PlayStation 5's performance mode settings here, and we're running at native 1440p. And as expected, the RX 7600 moves ahead. I'm clocking a 17 percentage point increase for the desktop GPU over Valve's integrated alternative. Meanwhile, the RX 6600 offers about 90% of Steam Machine GPU performance. 9060 XT is a good 40 percentage points ahead in this test.
Jeez.
Now remember, the reference video here is indeed the game running on Steam Machine. The overall average is 64 FPS at native 1440p on the equivalent of PS5's performance mode settings. Not bad for a heavy scene, great for VRR. Now, if you think the 9060 XT is underperforming here, that isn't down to the GPU, it's down to the CPU unable to keep it fully fed. And that's something else to bear in mind when dealing with balancing mainstream-orientated PC hardware. Your bottlenecks can come from anywhere. The 9060 XT offers an arguably worse experience when looking at frame times there. And a reminder that it's always best to run GPU limited or at the refresh rate limit of your display or to a set frame rate target. Personally, I'd be increasing settings with a 9060 XT and using a frame rate cap. And you can kind of see the same thing happening here in Resident Evil Requiem. The 9060 XT is actually 78% faster than the Steam Machine GPU here, but again, the spiky frame times result in some unattractive gameplay. So yeah, higher settings, frame rate caps, that's the ticket. The RX 7600 is 16% faster than Steam Machine here, 55 FPS on Valve hardware versus 64 FPS on AMD's discrete GPU, and it's a 9-point advantage for the Steam Machine over RX 6600. Forza Horizon 6 now, 1440p on lower-end optimized settings, basically aimed at 8GB GPUs without ray tracing in play. Here, the RX 7600 is 12 points clear of Steam Machine,
Not
with
even,
the 9060
not even
XT
60
70%
frames.
ahead.
Forza Horizon 6, not even 60 frames? Oh my God, dude. Wow, man.
Meanwhile, the RX 6600 is only a couple of percent away from Steam Machines.
That's
but
crazy,
something wrong
bro.
here. You may notice that the frame times
crazy.
are pretty awful on all cards, and that often the game seems to be moving in slow motion. This isn't how Forza Horizon 6 is supposed to run, and perhaps a reminder that we aren't running under Windows, and levels of incompatibility may be a thing occasionally on Linux. Oh, and one more thing. As I said, we're using the 16GB version of the 9060 XT in these tests, and it
Not
exhibits
even
the same
60
issue.
frames.
So it's
not
definitely
even,
not
not
a
even
memory
for, you see
limitation.
that? Not even
Doom: The Dark
60
Ages
frames per
next, a game
second.
that uses ray tracing as standard. Optimized settings here tailored.
So you're gonna have to be scaling a lot.
There are a bunch of different benchmarks to choose from, and I'm using the Abyssal Forest.
Freaking Doom Dark Ages, 1440p optimized low settings, 34 FPS. 34 FPS. Oh my God.
Stage, as it's the most demanding in the bunch. RX 7600 here is only 9% faster than Steam Machine. 9060 XT though, a gigantic 76% ahead. RDNA 4 really does have very, very decent ray tracing capabilities. Of course, the RDNA 3 architecture had RT improvements over RDNA 2, so here the results skew in favor of Steam Machine.
Marlon, I
A
need your
typical
help. I'm on a hunt to get the WB8 TB SSD, but it's so expensive. Is there a way I can get one a little cheaper? Any ideas?
No, unless you buy it used, Mike Sean. Unless you go use, my brother.
11% lead.
Unless you
transforms
go
into a
use.
17-point advantage for the Valve hardware. Finally, Crimson Desert, another ray tracing title, though its use of actual hardware RT is more limited. Optimized settings are demanding clearly with just a 27 frames per second average on Steam Machine at 1440p. But do remember this is native resolution and upscaling options are available, and the Valve hardware will get FSR4 support at some point. Here I'm seeing a 16 percentage point lead for the RX 7600 combined with a 73-point lead for the 9060 XT. The RX 6600 has about 93% of Steam Machine performance, meaning a 7.5 percentage point lead in favour of the Valve box. So, towards the end of the review period, Valve did release a new Steam OS with upgraded ray tracing performance. So I had the chance to compare before with after. It didn't make any difference for me compared to the prior driver in Doom: The Dark Ages on
I'm
our
so
selected
glad we're
settings.
getting Wolverine.
Similarly,
I hope
Crimson
soon
Desert
we see something with Rise of Hydra, but for now I'm be satisfied with Wolverine Marvel.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you, bro. 100%. 100%. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5. Definitely. Wolverine is going to be lit.
Improvement within margin of error, like sub 1%. On a couple of other
Bro,
benchmarks, I
that's
added ray
crazy.
tracing where
Are
there
y'all
was
seeing
none
this?
before. So in Forza Horizon 6, I kept the same settings and added medium RTGI.
Shout outs to the wife with
and
the
used
1,000
FSR3
joules.
quality mode
What?
to improve the depressed frame
Let's
rate
go.
level.
Shout outs to the
End
wife,
result
man.
is a 6 percentage
Thank
point
you, babes,
gain,
for the support.
though the problems in general performance still remain, clearly. Finally, with Cyberpunk 2077, I kept the PS5 performance mode settings, added FSR3 performance mode, and turned on RT reflections and RT lighting at the medium setting.
Oh my
These
God.
are what I would describe as our optimized ray tracing selection for this game. This delivered a 9.7% frame rate boost, which is certainly significant, though we are still under 30 FPS at times on this one.
Under 30 FPS. Under 30 FPS. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. This is crazy, bro.
Yes, it's a demanding scene, but we are
Oh
at
my
FSR3
God,
performance
wow.
mode there, internal 720p. So yeah, still just a touch too demanding for the Steam machine there. Another takeaway here is that the improvements are context sensitive. Some areas of the bench show no improvements at all. Others show dramatic improvements.
That's
Demonstrating
crazy, bro.
that comparing frame rate averages.
That is
perhaps
really
only shows
crazy.
Part of the picture. Ultimately, the improvements to
Monday
ray tracing
morning.
performance are
Mr.
obviously
Crash,
welcome,
thank you so
but
much, my
guess
brother. I
RDNA3
appreciate
at
it.
the architectural level isn't really a ray tracing powerhouse, and Navi 33 as a processor, it isn't a top-end offering. One more thing to factor in is that ray tracing does add a burden to VRAM and CPU resources, and those may also be at a premium on Steam Machine depending on the game. Now let's talk about the CPU, and here's where things get a little tricky. In most games, you will be GPU limited most of the time, but when you do hit CPU limits, it's keenly felt, often with very spiky frame times. It's not great. And the CPU in Steam Machine is based on the Hawk Point 2 architecture, which is relatively weak, relatively as in compared to what many consider
my
to
God.
be good entry point gaming CPUs. It's further compounded by something I discovered in my testing and confirmed with Valve when I spoke to them. Typically, CPUs are paired with two memory modules to give dual channel bandwidth, and the more bandwidth the CPU has, the better it performs in gaming, certainly in CPU limited scenarios. Valve couldn't source 8GB SODIMMs.
What's up, Pedro?
So
What's
instead
up,
of two
man?
8GB modules in dual channel, you get one 16GB SODIMM in single channel. And there will be performance implications to that. To give you a broad idea of what this means, check out this test of Crimson Desert's now infamous Bug Hill, tested on Steam Machine. Ryzen 5 8500G in single and dual channel configurations, and the Ryzen 5 5600X in dual channel. Outside of Steam Machine testing, we're using the RX 7600 here, as it's the closest equivalent GPU to the Valve offering. First of all, note the crappy frame times on all configurations here, the most obvious manifestation of being completely CPU limited. 1080p, PS5 performance mode settings, it's a viable real-world test. The 8500G doesn't seem
Oh
to
my
be
God. What? Oh my friggin' God. Are y'all seeing this? Crimson Desert 1080p. This is like PS5 performance settings, right? And this thing is at 36 FPS. So see, because it's single channel on the RAM and not dual channel. Oh my
PCI
God,
Express
bro.
limited here, and I noted frame rate differentials of between 15 to 25%
Jesus Christ.
across the length
I can't,
of the
bro.
bench, comparing single
Sorry to
channel
call out
to
your
dual
name.
channel.
I can't, bro.
bandwidth
This
does
is ridiculous,
matter,
bro.
But the extent of how much it matters
This is
can
ridiculous.
vary, even within the context of a single benchmark. Like for like, single channel versus single channel.
That is crazy.
The 5600G is 18% faster than the Steam Machine CPU, while the dual channel 5600G 35% faster than Steam Machine. And I think it could go higher if it had more GPU headroom. We're still CPU limited on the 5600X, I should add, and it's 31% faster than the Steam Machine. Valve were basically forced by market conditions to use single channel, which is a shame, as CPU performance could and maybe should be better, but I guess that does leave the door open for a user upgrade further on down the road. Remember, the Steam Machine board itself does support dual channel memory configurations and has 2 slots. Okay, so that's just one CPU
You said,
test, but I think
Marlon,
it
my
lays out the
3050 Ti is
expectation
better
level
than
you
the
should
Steam
have,
machine.
for this
Bro, this is-
component
it's
in
sad,
the
bro.
Valve machine and how
Sad.
it
Why did
compares
they
to
limit it
desktop
to
parts.
PS5 Beth
So the
mod
conclusion is
settings?
pretty clear. Steam Machine delivers what I
Yeah,
call
because
ballpark entry
because that's
level
what it's on
PC
par
gaming
with, drum
performance,
line
or
roller.
at least entry level based on a decent mainstream experience.
I don't know, man.
The
There's
CPU
so much
should
stuff going
provide
on
better
right now.
results than a console running the same workloads, while the GPU sits at a kind of midpoint between the RX 6600 and 7600, as predicted.
Wow.
It'll run older games just fine, no problems at all, while more modern fare from this generation will require special attention to settings depending on the title.
Are you hearing it? You hear what he's saying? Older games, the Steam machine will be fine. But running newer games, that's going to be the problem. And remind you, you're paying over $1,000 for the. I knew this. I knew this already. You know what I mean? I knew this already. I knew like games like RE9, games like 007. Those games you're gonna have to turn settings down. You're spending over $1,000, guys. Over $1,000, and you're gonna have to crank settings down just to run the latest games. Older games, obviously okay. But the newer games, oh my God, dude.
So yeah, there's a reason why we chose optimized settings and optimized low presets for the benchmarks. Just like a console, you'll need to tweak settings to taste for good performance, and I'm wondering the extent to which developers will use Valve's APIs and deliver ready-made dialed-in settings out of the box. Digital Foundry specializes in optimized settings, lower-end optimized settings for 8GB cards, and judged by that criteria, perfectly creditable experiences are possible. So bearing in mind the form factor, the use
Get
case, how does
overpriced
Steam
new
Machine
hardware
compare
for
to a
old
console?
games.
We got a wealth of
W or L?
information on
That's
PC
definitely
titles
a L.
running at PS5 equivalent settings.
That's
So
definitely
let's
a
get straight
L.
into it, and we'll start by revisiting the Crimson Desert CPU.
Look, I mean, look at this right here. So matching the settings of the PS5, only 4 more frames. Only 4 more frames. This thing for over $1,000 should be dwarfing the base PS5 in the performance mode. Only 4 freaking frames. Let that sink in. Over a base PS5. Let that sink in. Oh yeah, this thing would explode running GTA 6. Let that sink in for a second. This thing is barely more powerful than a base PS5. Literally on par, unless it's like a CPU bound game. The CPU is a little bit better. Like I think they're saying like 20% better in some of the games. In the rest of the games, it's on par. Like, bro, look at this. Like they're matching. Digital Foundry is matching the settings based off of the base PS5 Pro. I mean, the base PS5, and it's only 4 frames. Like, that's crazy, bro.
Best on matched settings. And
That's
that includes
crazy.
using VSync as PlayStation 5 does.
Some settings, I mean, sometimes it goes up like 10 more frames, but you're literally paying almost double the price. Almost double the price for 10 more frames at best. Almost double the price for over $1,000. So let that sink in. For over $1,000, you're only getting 10 more frames. Literally only 10 more frames. Hey, baby. You okay? I heard you're not feeling good, baby. Yeah, that'll be
particular
finished
cap
up soon,
to
okay?
performance here on Steam Machine.
Okay.
We're well under 60 FPS. Returning to Bug Hill, Steam Machine performs significantly better when CPU limited. A 34.8 FPS average across the
That
run
is
on
not a
PS5
lot,
is improved
bro.
to 41.2 FPS average on Steam Machine.
Oh my
so the
God.
Valve hardware has more legs.
Don't power
clearly.
it on,
We're
and you
also
can play at any frames your mind can imagine.
Right?
Rolling on the floor, laughing emoji.
Right, Geo? Right? Freaking insane,
So
dude.
CPU limited in the city of Baldur's Gate
crazy.
in Baldur's Gate 3, and here's where things get weird. Using the default
What?
native Linux build, which is what will install if you download it,
Bro, look at these frames. What? Again, so you're looking at about a 10%. A 10% difference between the base PS5 and the Steam Machine. Just a 10% difference, and you're paying almost double the price. You're literally paying almost double the price for 10% difference. Like sit down and think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like sit down and think about that. You're literally paying almost double the price for 10% of performance difference depending on the game. That's crazy. So if you are not heavily invested in Steam, this might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? You better off either, getting a PS5 Pro or buying a 9060 XT card or buying one of those 7000 series cards. I don't freaking know, something 7600 something, even a 6800. I don't freaking know. Like, this is crazy. I don't know.
We're only 11% faster on Steam Machine versus PlayStation 5.
11%. 11%. So I was a percent off. 11%. That's not enough. Like, performance to dollar, that is really bad. That is really bad. Like, oh my freaking God.
However, force the use of Proton instead and use the original Windows code working through the translation layer, and we get a 24% improvement in
this
performance
is crazy.
against PlayStation 5. Larian did update Baldur's Gate 3 for Steam Deck, significantly improving CPU-bound performance and stability, but I'm wondering if those optimizations were deck-specific to the detriment of other PC hardware. Put simply, if you're playing Baldur's Gate 3 on Linux, on SteamOS, or on Steam Machine,
it seems that way.
To Proton here.
Makwi,
It's an automatic
it seems that way, bro.
Performance boost in this test
This
versus
is
the
crazy,
native Linux
bro.
app. Graphics now, and in a world where the RX 7600 is broadly comparable to the PS5 GPU, we should expect the Steam Machine to fall a little short, but I didn't see anything that drastically concerned me, to be honest. Let's kick off with Black Myth Wukong. It's a good start because it's not a particularly great PS5 port, so it should favour Steam Machine. The widest delta sees the...
What? You see what I'm saying? It comes down to the game. Y'all see that? The PS5 is beating the Steam Machine right here.
PS5 running 17 to 18% ahead of Steam Machine, while other areas can see a smaller lead for the Valve machine over PS5, while elsewhere we're looking at absolute parity. It's fascinating to see it, actually. On average, it's a 3% lead for PlayStation 5, but this doesn't reflect the reality that on a moment-by-moment basis,
that's crazy.
It's much more variable. Next up, the classic Alan Wake 2 Chapter 2 stress tests, and some interesting results here. In performance mode, we're looking at a 9% lead for the PS5 version. 55.3 FPS plays 50.7 FPS.
PS5. The PS5 is beating the Steam Machine right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're the value proposition, bro. The value, because you can get a base PS5 for under $400 on the used market. You see what I'm saying? So it matters on what you want. Do you want a Steam Machine because you have a heavy library of games in this? That's the only way you can see the value of the Steam. If you're going to be playing a bunch of older games, then it's worth it. You know what I mean? If you have a bunch of money invested in Steam, but if you don't really have that much invested in Steam, you can either A, play it on the PC that you have, or B, build something equivalent or even better than the Steam Machine PC wise and get way better performance. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and this is base PS5. This is not even the PS5 Pro. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Like, we're getting robbed literally in broad daylight. We're literally getting robbed because if you know what you're doing and getting yourself into, you can get way better. There are older tech from a year ago, 2 years ago, that PC components that you can get and get way better performance. You see what I'm saying? You can even get the same case, the same ATX case that they're using, mini ATX case that they're using here, and make your own Steam Machine. Literally, you can if you want to. You know what I mean? And get way better performance. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm just being honest. I mean, you see the numbers. Numbers don't lie. The base PS5, Alan Wake, of all games, Alan Wake. You know, it's just...
Right. Alan Wake 2 isn't available on Steam, of course. I got it running by using the Heroic Launcher installed in Steam Machine's desktop mode.
It's crazy.
Yes, it is a Steam machine, but we've got to remember that it's not just a console-like experience. Under the hood there, it is a full PC with full desktop access. We can also do like-for-like testing in Crimson Desert based on performance mode, and the GPU performance differential is more like 17%.
Look at the
here in
PS5.
favour of the
Literally,
PS5, and that
PS5 is literally dwarfing the Steam machine. Literally dwarfing the Steam machine. That's about an 8% difference. Literally dwarfing the Steam machine right now. So again, it matters on what you want. Do you have a lot of money invested in the Steam machine? Then I guess go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I guess go ahead. You know, like go ahead if you have a lot invested in Steam. You know, do what you want to do, but you can get a way better value for your money out there. Whether it's going out there and building something, you know, equivalent that's going to get you more performance. You know what I'm saying? Or you can buy a PS5 or a PS5 Pro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you got option, or a Series X, you know?
makes sense to me, bearing in mind how often we saw this number when comparing the Steam machine to RX 7600. And yes, the 7600 does have broadly similar GPU performance to PlayStation 5. Forza Horizon 5 next. We can't do apples to apples here precisely, as console can use dynamic resolution scaling, topping out at native 4K with 4x MSAA, and some settings like reflections themselves are dynamic, which isn't an option on PC. What I've done here is to show Steam Machine running the same sequence at native 4K on the same settings, and then at 1620p, which represents 75% of 4K resolution on both axes. We're way short of PS5 performance at a lot 4K, but almost there at 1620p. I think bandwidth is the issue here. Bandwidth is quite lavish on PlayStation 5 in comparison to Steam Machine, and even at 1620p, bandwidth-heavy effects can cause small frame rate drops. But, you know, 1620p still looks fine, and VRR basically would make this pretty much a non-issue.
What?
And actually, at this point, I'd like to show something else I quite...
Nah, bro. What the... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Bro, look at this. 4K at 4K matching the settings. Look how the PS5 is literally dwarfing this thing. No DRS. What kind of... Bro, this is crazy, man.
like about Steam Machine and AMD GPUs in general.
This is nuts.
There's support for a wide range of output resolutions.
I can't, bro.
1800p, 1620p, just to name a couple. As we're demonstrating here, we save a ton of performance, and on a 4K screen, especially in the living room at couch distances, you don't lose that much. In fact, the static HUD elements are more noticeably scaled.
This is nuts,
One
bro.
final Steam Machine versus PlayStation 5 game test. 007 First Light. We have console equivalent settings direct from IO Interactive on this one, but we have got a bit of an issue. The PlayStation 5 version has dynamic resolution scaling from 720p to 1080p using FSR 3.1.5 to upscale to 4K. The PC version does not have DRS, and neither will it let you use FSR upscaling from 720p to 4K. You'd need an ultra performance mode there that is not an option in the game. So yeah, the stresses that we're putting on the GPU here will vary even though the content is effectively matched. In the explosive airfield segment, we're kicking off a major chain reaction of destruction. It's one of the only GPU limited parts of the game where I've seen drops on PlayStation 5, so presumably we're at minimum 720p DRS at this point. FSR 3 performance mode on Steam Machine has the same internal resolution, but far less FSR GPU demands.
Bro, the long and short of it is, guys, I'm just going to be honest. The long and short of it is, this thing is either on par with a base PS5, and in some cases it's not. And I want to remind you, I want to remind you, look at the prices. I want to remind you, look at the prices. So you got to decide, is it worth it? Because people are going to buy this thing regardless because it's Valve. It's Valve. So they're going to buy it, and they have so much money invested into Steam and they want that console-like PC experience, they're going to buy it. But may I remind you, look at these prices. You just saw Digital Foundry's video based on the performance. You see what I'm saying? So again, may I remind you, this is what it's going to come down to. This is what it's going to come down to. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make that decision. You got to decide, is the performance that I just saw worth you spending over $1,000? Over $1,000, not 800, not 700, over $1,000. I hope you guys are paying attention to this. You're talking about $1,050 before taxes for the 512. The 512 gigabyte with the controller is $1,100, $1,100 plus dollars for a 512 gigabyte, right? For the 2 terabyte, oh no, let's tack on another 200 and something dollars. You know what I mean? Like, this is insane for the performance that you're getting. It's insane. And you heard what he just said. You heard exactly what this man just said. He said, this thing is literally, I'm telling you guys, like, this thing is literally on par with a base PS5. And in some cases, the base PS5 edges it out in terms of performance. A base PS5 right now, you can get a base PS5 for like as low as $599 new without a disk drive. You know what I'm saying? So again, it comes down to, what do you want? That's really what it comes down to. He said, Marlon, I'm waiting for your review and then I'll decide if we can get our hands on one. I will see if we can get our hands on one, my brother. Yes, $1,400. Yes, $1,400. $1,400. That's what I'm saying. This thing makes the PS5 Pro look like a steal. $1,400 for a 2 terabyte. PS5 Pro comes with 2 terabyte for $900. You know what I'm saying? This thing for basically $1,500. Oh my God, dude. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I don't know, man. I don't know. But hey, I don't know. Like I said, people that have a lot of games in Steam, they're going to buy it. They're going to buy this thing. You know what I mean? Not when you have pre-built PCs that you can get. You can get a way better PC right now for $1,400. Now Marlon is rich. Okay, bro. Here we go with it. Nah, that's you. You already skillful. You already saying you pre-ordered the you already saying you got the 2 terabyte. Shoot, I don't even have money right now for the 512 terabyte. You know what I'm saying? Oh, imagine the Helix. Oh yeah. Unless Microsoft subsidized the price. Yeah, dude, the Helix is going to be really expensive because the Helix is supposed to blow the Steam machine out of the water. You know what I'm saying? The Helix is supposed to crush everything. So how much is that going to be? What, like $2,000? $2,500? I don't know. I don't know, man. Not when you can get. Oh, don't listen to Skillful, bro. This man already said he already got the 2 terabyte version. You already got the $1,500 version. Come on, man. You got bread. At that point, you got bread. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys are big steppers, man. In this economy, crazy. I know, bro. I know. Bro, there's so many options at $1,500. At $1,500, you can get a 9070 XT PC that's going to blow this thing out of the water. Pre-built. Or a 9060. Or, I don't know, a 5070 PC. You might have to put a couple $100, but it's going to dwarf the Steam machine. But again, it comes down to what you can afford and what you can do. It's crazy, bro. I wish I had the money to get one. I wish I had the money to get one to review on the channel, but it is what it is, man. That stuff is expensive, dog. I mean, with taxes, you're talking about almost $1,200 with just for the. I already got the controller. We already got the controller. I got the controller already. You know what I'm saying? I paid what, $100, but I already got the controller. So without the controller, you're talking about almost $1,200.
Popcorn emoji and laughing, remembering everyone saying Pro a scam at $700.
Yep. Bro, the bargain of the base PS5 and the Pro is really shining through, Makwe Ninja. It's really shining through. And even the Series X. Even the Series X. All three machines right now is really shining through. So all three machines, Series X, base PS5, and PS5 Pro. So you got three options right there from a console perspective, and you can go out there and get you a way better pre-built PC. I already told y'all, 9060 or a 9070 XT or a 5060 or even a 50. You can get a 5070, even a 5070 Ti. If you just put a little bit more money on that, you can get way better performance, and you can build something in that form factor. Yeah, and the thing about those smaller PC cases is that you have, you can't go really all out when it comes to the cooling and stuff like that. But hey, or the motherboard, you know what I mean, for that matter. But I don't know, man. But this thing is gonna sell, bro. It's gonna sell. People are gonna buy it. Like it's gonna sell. That's the crazy part. Like it's gonna sell because it's Valve, and there's a lot of people. You have to remember, what, over 30 million people or something like that. Like you got a lot of people on Steam. You know what I mean? A lot of people have a lot of games invested, so this is for a specific target audience, for that gamer out there that wants a PC but can't really afford, the higher end stuff. They want a console like experience. They don't really care about playing all the latest AAA games at the higher settings. They just care about playing these games at a lower casual settings. You know what I'm saying? And they play more mainly older games. That's it.
Still talking about $700? We ain't never going back to them prices.
I know.
I don't care who's selling it.
I know.
You a jester if you're buying hardware right now.
I know, man. I know, bro. It's crazy, man. I know. It's crazy. Like the prices are just not going to come down right now. I mean, everything is expensive. Laptops, phones, anything that use RAM, TVs, because a lot of these TVs, they use some kind of RAM. You know what I'm saying? Or NAND architecture, whatever the case may be, for processing and AI and all this and stuff. Like everything in 2026, this is the inevitable that I've been talking about. Every single thing will be out of reach. So I don't know, man. It's expensive, dog. We'll see. But I'm telling you right now, these things are gonna sell out. They're gonna sell out because this is Valve, and this is their first Steam console. You know what I mean? Like this is their first attempt at this successfully. So it's going to sell.
McQueen Ninja thinks this a win for Ponies Bro the Pro, and this a scam LMFAO. Y'all don't understand how bad this is for any console. Just imagine next
I
gen.
know, bro. I know. I'm telling you, if the Steam machine is this expensive, PlayStation 6 is going to be really expensive. I told y'all, Top Shelf. I said that thing is going to be really, really expensive. It's not fixing to be cheap. It's going to be freaking expensive. So get ready. Get ready.
Wolverine looked so good, it's hard to believe Wolverine is nearly 2 months away, but I also can't wait for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Yes, definitely, my brother. Thank you so much. Who is that? Hey, Armando Cole, man. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, bro. I'm being for real, dude. All these big games coming out real soon. You know, we got a lot of games to look forward to, man. On PS5, Series X, PS5 Pro, PC. Man, stuff is expensive out here, bro. Like I can't even front it, right? That Steam machine, I knew it. I said if the Steam Deck is over $1,000, that's also gonna be expensive, you know. But what are you gonna do? You can purchase the new 2026 LG C6H 77-inch TV for $1,500. Yeah, dude, this is ridiculous, man. It's very, very ridiculous. Like, it's very, very expensive. So it's just one of those things where I'm just like, golly, dude. But we're officially in the Q&A, guys. We're already taking questions and answers if you have any quick questions. So yeah, we're gonna cut this one short today because my daughter, she just made it home and she's not feeling the best right now. So I'm not gonna be on here for too much longer, but I just want to take as many quick questions as I possibly can. Says now about that Helix. Laugh out loud. Yeah, we still need it. Oh yeah. Oh, the Helix is still coming out. I'm on board with the Helix, bro. The Helix is gonna blow the Steam machine away. Period. And I mean, if a 2 terabyte Steam machine is basically $1,500, the Helix is probably going to be, if Microsoft does not subsidize, probably over $2,000, easy. But we'll see if they subsidize. Sorry. Only people who know better are going to buy the Steam machine. Like I said, bro, it's going to be for the people who have a lot of money invested in Steam and they don't care about max settings on everything.
Some of y'all always trying to spin things like it's a W. Ain't no W's to be found right now.
I know.
We watching in real time, gamers getting priced out.
Ben talked about it. Ben talked about it. We are getting priced out. And people was laughing at me. Priced out? What are you talking about? Yes, we're getting priced out. Like, it's not even funny right now. Like, we are getting priced out. We're in a position now where things are getting harder and harder to afford in the gaming space. Like, this is what it is, man. Like, you got to have 2 or 3 jobs to be able to afford these freaking games and consoles. Like, it's insane, but it's the truth. You know, and I tell people that all the time. Like, it's just, I don't know. Drum man, I don't have the money. I don't have the money right now. I'm gonna have to wait. I would like to get one day one so I can review, but shoot, dude, I don't have the money right now, dude. That thing is over $1,000. The one that I would like to get is like $1,200, basically the 512 one. I just don't have the bread right now for it. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna have to hold off and wait. You know, hopefully we can get one miraculously. I don't think Valve is gonna send us one, but I'm just gonna have to wait till when we can get one. You know, we'll see. Marlon, I found a 9070 XT for $1,500. Should I get its? Oh yeah, get on that, Captain. Get on that. Yes, sir. Do not delay. Get on that right away. That's a steal. That's a steal. Steam machine 15 mil if they lucky. Yeah. Probably around that or less. But like I said, I also know there's a lot of people that are invested into Steam that is going to buy it. You know what I mean? Because again, this is the first ever time that we have seen. I mean, all this stuff has existed before, but from a what would you call it? From a gaming marketplace perspective, like, again, you know what I mean? Like, this is like the first time. So I don't know. It's going to sell. Valve is a big deal, bro, for a lot of people. Steam is a big deal for a lot of people. So a lot of people are going to jump on that. You know, they're going to jump on it. You know, it's just the way it is, guys. It's just the way it is, man. The long and short of it is people who are not looking to max out settings They're not looking to play all the latest AAA games at max settings. They're going to be the ones buying this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. T minus 3 days till pre-orders go down for GTA 6. Yes, sir. I can't wait. I don't know. Sorry.
Back in my days, you would get slapped upside the head talking about a PlayStation was worth it at $900.
Yeah.
What happened to this generation of kids?
I know. It's definitely not worth $900. It's definitely not. But going up against that Steam machine and the performance of the Pro and what the Pro can do, it's like, it makes you starting to consider that, the Pro at that price. But again, the Pro is not worth that $900, maybe under $600, or if you can find it under the original MSRP, under $699. But again, look at what the Steam machine is doing compared to the base PS5, not even the Pro, the base PS5. It makes you think like, wait a minute here. Am I better off getting a Pro than getting this thing? Or am I better off getting a pre-built PC? You know what I'm saying? So even though this thing dwarfs the PS5 Pro in terms of pricing, PS5 Pro is still not worth $900. Not when you got PlayStation 6 around the corner. You know what I'm saying? If you can find a Pro for under the original MSRP, okay, cool. It makes sense. You know what I mean? But nah, dog. It's just not worth it. You can upgrade the storage. You can upgrade the storage. You can upgrade the storage from 512 to whatever you want. That's the beauty about it. I say thank you for making us buy the Pro early, seeing the products and their prices, subpar performance. I'm truly glad. Yeah, for those people who got it, hey, and thinking that they got a great deal, then hey, man. It says your thumbnail had GTA 6 at $99. Is that no? So that's the translation. That's the translation from the European retailer that listed the price. So 89.99 euros translates to $100 American. That's not the price. That is just a placeholder. That is just a placeholder. That is not the price. The price is going to be $69.99. The price is going to be $69.99. It's not going to be $100 for the standard edition of GTA 6. And I don't know how many times I have to repeat it, but yeah. So this retailer, this Portuguese retailer, FNAC, if that's how they pronounce their name, no, obviously not. You know what I mean? So this is just a placeholder. Plus, we heard from Bill Kuhn that it's not even legit. You know what I mean? It's not the SKUs are not even legit. They're not tied to Rockstar or Take-Two. So there's that. I said, Marlon, Marlon, so I'm currently playing 007 First Light, man. I'm loving it so far. I just got stuck on the training grounds. I have to capture the flag in order to escape the combat. Is difficult to the hard. Really? I found that, that was easy, man. It wasn't hard. You just gotta lock in, man. You got this, bro. You just gotta lock in. Say you glad you got a Pro before the price hike. Most people who got the Pro before the price hike felt like they got a great deal. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. It's crazy right now. It's literally crazy. So I ask you guys, we had 567 votes. Are you ready to pre-order GTA 6 this week? 58% of you guys said yes. And then 24% of you guys said no. And then 7% says, I got my money ready. And then 11% said they want to see performance first. So it's going down this week, man. It's going down this week for GTA 6. Make sure you guys are ready. But yeah, in terms of the Steam machine, unless there's something miraculous happen and we get blessed with the money to get one, or we get a review unit, then I'll have it, day one to review on the channel. Otherwise, we're just going to have to wait. We're just going to have to wait for an opportunity to get one. I would like to get one day one so I can check it out and do like side-by-side comparisons between the PS5 Pro and the Steam machine or something like that for you guys, or even the Series X. But It is what it is. We're small content creators, so we only can get our hands on what we can get our hands on. So I appreciate y'all, but make sure y'all boys hit that like button for me. It says, what's your opinion on getting, I will say this week, I will say there's a high chance that we're going to get the third trailer this week. Why? Because you want to drop the trailer and telling people to pre-order now. You know what I mean? That's going to spread like wildfire. You know what I mean? And that's going to be even better on social media. You know, at the end of the third trailer, hey, pre-order the game now. You know what I mean? And historically speaking, they always drop trailers like literally either right on the same day or a little bit literally before.
Kids love PC more nowadays. Consoles in trouble, bro.
I don't know, man. People are still gonna play their console, bro. You know, I would say it's a mixture. It's a mixture. Top shelf. You know, some people are just stubborn and just they love their console gaming, and I think that's the awesome thing about the Steam machine is that it is a console-like experience. It's a PC. It might be a lower end PC, but at the same time, it's that console-like experience. It's for that gamer out there who don't really want to pay for online, to play online, but they want the benefits of a PC. You know what I'm saying? So this is technically some competition to Sony and Microsoft in that sense. But again, you know, people who want a PS5, they're going to buy one. People who want an Xbox are going to buy one. People who want the Steam machine is going to buy it. But now the game has changed because now you got the Steam machine and Sony is looking at it and Microsoft is looking at it. So at those prices, you know what I mean? It will be smart for Sony and Microsoft to undercut that price. You see what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see. With all the craziness going on right now, we'll see. He said, Dreamcast guy backwards. He complains about the PS6 costing $1,000, but yet tells us he will buy Steam machine if he gets over 1,000 likes. Oh, that's what he said? Oh, shoot. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. From a content creator standpoint, a lot of content creators would like to get their hands on the Steam machine for content. Like, I would like to get the Steam machine, but I don't have the money right now. I don't have over $1,000 for a Steam machine right now. I wish if I did, I would have pre-ordered it and got it, you know, when the pre-orders open up, but I don't. So, you know, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? But I told you guys, I told you most of these content creators, they're going to get the Steam machine because of content, to make content, period, end of story. So I just don't know, man. Cap, this guy, man, this guy, I can't with you talk about Cap. Come on, man. I see the cap you're wearing on your head, Skillful. I see the cap that you're wearing. Gilbert says, yo, Marlon, GTA 6 release date is not on the website. No, it's not yet. It's not. Or wait, you talking about not on what website? If you're talking about Best Buy and all that, it's not up there yet. It's not up there yet, man. It's not up there yet. Steam machine not worth it when you get a PS5 or a Series X. Yeah, if you have a Series X or a PS5 and you don't really care for Steam, stay where you at. You know what I mean? Stay where you at. Oh, you talking about Rockstar? Yeah, they haven't updated it yet. Like I said, Wednesday or tomorrow, either by the latest Wednesday, we'll start seeing like pages going up and stuff like that. You know, they haven't updated it yet, Gilbert. You know, probably tomorrow or Wednesday. When we get closer to that pre-order date, then you will start seeing pages and pricing and all those things. And I will be streaming that for you guys. So stay tuned. I know you're afraid. That's what I'm saying. This is a telltale sign that next generation is not going to be cheap. I'm just going to keep it $150 with y'all. This tells me that PlayStation 6 and the Xbox Helix is not going to be cheap. If Steam machine is over $1,000, how much you think PlayStation 6? And I've been told y'all this. How much you think PlayStation 6 and all that's going to be? It's going to be crazy. Can't we the consumers do anything to stop these companies from ripping us off? Nothing you can do. Just don't buy it. Just vote with your wallets and don't buy it. That's the only thing you can do. You know what I mean? Because honestly, Benny B, this is just the way it is. You know what I mean? 5090 and PS5 Pro. Yeah, this is the way it is, bro. And it doesn't matter what company it is. Like, all these companies are saying that they're hurting right now. It's too expensive for them to get the components to make these devices, and they're dishing all of that towards you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is, man. I'm just keeping it $150 with y'all. This is the reality. This is what we got to deal with, and there's no going around it. It says, if you had to guess what would be the premium, if you had to guess what would the premium edition of GTA 6, what do you mean? It said, but Steam Machine is not selling at a loss. I don't know what the margins are for that, but I would assume they're making a profit off of that, selling it at that price. But, you know, we just have to see. We just have to see when more reports come out about that. But man, this stuff is crazy right now, bro. This stuff is nuts. Stuff is getting ridiculous out here. Like, the prices of these consoles and these, you know, newly released tech is getting outrageous, dog. Like, it's getting to the point where it's like, all right, man, this is too much for me to keep up with. You know what I mean? But PlayStation 6. Expect PlayStation 6 to be ridiculously expensive. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox is going to be ridiculous. Unless they subsidize. Marlon, I don't know if you've seen the leaks from the cover art of GTA 6. If you zoom into the part of the cover art that has the helicopter, there's a person with a white tank top. It's CJ. What? No way. I gotta check out that for myself to see. So you remember Sony came out saying that their business is 60% PlayStation, and so Sony can't go crazy. That's what I'm saying. Sony gotta be careful, bro. Sony gotta be careful. Like, they have to subsidize. They have to subsidize. You know, they can't come out here talking about over $1,000 for a PlayStation 6. You know what I'm saying? They can't. So again, they have to be careful, because I'm telling y'all, if I don't know, I'm just saying, if they come out and that is the case, oh, your backside bone you like a pepper. Now you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Now you are in trouble. So I don't know, man. It's just crazy right now. You know? It said GTA 6 is delayed. It says that's why November 19th. Bro, it's not delayed. Don't listen to that garbage. It says, if you had to guess what the price would be, $100. I will say $100. Maybe 120, but probably around $100 for the premium. So again, guys, Sony is in a position now where they're gonna have to probably subsidize the price, because I'm telling you, I'm being as real as I possibly can be. Like, man. No, heck no, Cheeto. Heck no. We're still gonna be getting Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto, listen. Grand Theft Auto is not going nowhere. Last Grand Theft Auto, no, bro. They're gonna continue to make Grand Theft Auto until the Lord Jesus come back. They're not gonna. Grand Theft Auto makes way too much money. Nah, bro. You're gonna get another GTA after this. And then you're going to get another GTA after this. And then you're going to get another GTA after this. There's just no way, bro. There's just no way. You're going to keep on getting more Grand Theft Autos. They make too much money, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then whenever they do release GTA Online, that's going to make them even more stupid money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just because of the development time. Yeah, but nah, bro. Nah, they're still going to make more. They're still going to make more GTA. You see, it don't really matter at the end of the day. Like, as long as the finished product is amazing, Cheeto, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you're going to get another Grand Theft Auto. It's coming.
I heard Teresa petitioned to ban Stellar Blade Blood Rain because a girl in a tight suit. Because the male gaze. Lol.
I'm done, bro. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. You see what I'm saying? Here we go again. Like, people can never be satisfied. Here we go again. It's like we focus on drama. We focus more on drama nowadays than actual, man, I can't with people, bro. We're focusing way too much on drama instead of focusing on gameplay. Like, it's just, people are never satisfied. People are never satisfied. Marlon, how much is it going to be for GTA 6? On $70. I believe 100% it's going to be $70 for the standard edition, $100 for the premium, or maybe $120, maybe $119, maybe a little bit more. And then $300 for the collector's edition, but on the higher end. $300 for that collector's edition. Yeah, I'll save it for tomorrow, Cheeto. Yeah, because I gotta hurry this up because my daughter is home. So but yeah, man, like I said, dog, this is crazy, bro. I said, but I don't need the Steam Deck because I got my Switch 2 and PS5 Pro and Series X, bro. I love the idea of all the big games on the Switch 2. Yeah, definitely. Bro, if you got all that, you're straight, bro. You're straight. So you see where I'm coming from though, right? With the 60%. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Because again, Sony is in a hot water position. They can't charge too much for that PlayStation 6, or else most people are just not going to buy it. You know what I mean? They're in a tough situation right now because, again, what are you going to do? If you charge too much for that PlayStation 6, most people are not going to buy it. Again, your job is to sell consoles. You know what I mean? That's it. Not to keep them on the shelf, not to not sell them. So which one are you going after? I want the collector's edition. I want you guys, as you guys can see, we have always gotten collector's edition. Ghost of Tsushima I want the collectors. You know what I mean? But we'll see. If I can get one, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If your boy can get one, we'll see. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised PlayStation not doing. Yeah, me too. I feel like they dropped the ball on that. I feel like they dropped the ball. But again, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You saying 70, 150, and 300? Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Like I said, little over $100 for the premium, $70, and then obviously you got to factor in the bundles. The console bundles, those are probably going to be upwards of $70 to $100 more than, because they got to, offset the cost for the actual game and then whatever else is inside the box for the PlayStation bundles or Xbox bundles, whatever they do decide to do. And then, controllers and all the extra variables and stuff like that. So yeah, man. But $300 is like the standard price for collector's editions. You know what I mean? Anywhere from $200 to $300 nowadays. If you look at a lot of the collector's editions that we've been getting, it's around that price. It's around that price point. So, but yeah, man, that's what you're looking down the barrel of, guys, in terms of pricing. Like these prices are wild. It's just, man, I feel bad for us, man, when it comes to PlayStation 6. That's all I got to say. Helix, I feel bad. Because, bro, right now, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, man. It's really, really, really tough. It said, did they announce the release date for the Steam machine? So as you can see right here, right? The release date, they just saying June 25th. It says right here, join the list anytime before June 25th at 10 a.m. PT. On that date, the list will be closed and randomized, and you will receive an email with your results shortly after. So on June 25th, they're going to close. So that's what I'm saying. If you know you have the money to get one, pre-order now. Okay? Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So yeah. So June 25th is when they're closing all of the whatchamacallit, all the joint lists that they have gotten, all the people that saying that they want to get whatever edition, all those randomized emails, pay attention to your email box. Whichever one that you say you want to pre-order, pay attention, because on June 25th, on that date, they will close the pre-orders, you know what I'm saying? And then they're going to randomly select whoever to get one, basically. So,
We will make our own destiny.
yeah, man, it's expensive, bro. It's really
Are you getting hyped?
Nah, I mean, I'm not really. I'm hyped for GTA 6. I'm hyped for GTA 6, Bobby Cook. Right. That's nothing for you, Skillful. You are the man with the money. That is nothing for you. What's up, Gaming and Reactions? What's up, man? Are you getting the Steam Machine? Steam Machine, a buy here. Bro, I don't even have the money. I would like to get one for the channel, but I don't have the bread, bro. I wish. I don't have the money. I would like to get one and review it. Like if I somehow get blessed with money, or even have the opportunity to get one, I would like to get the cheapest one, obviously. But I just don't have the funds right now for that, bro. Honestly, I wish I could just get it, review it for you guys, but it's just going to have to wait. It's just going to have to wait, man. You know? Country boy, what's up, man? But yeah, I just don't have the bread right now to get one. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about honestly, if I could get one, I would probably go with the one, with the 2 terabyte. That way I can install more games and, do a live stream, check everything out. But I just don't have that kind of money right now, unfortunately, bro. It sucks. Let's see here. Nah, bro, that's you. You talking about yourself, Skillful? That's you, baby. That's you, man. You are the man, bro. You are the man. Nintendo Dragon King says, bro, if Nintendo can keep the Switch 2 price at $500 starting this September 1st with all the good third-party games and Nintendo first-party games, oh yeah, I know. I definitely, dog, definitely. That it's a crazy deal. Let's see here. Jez, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute, man. He said, what's up, Marlon? I'll probably go for the Steam. Oh, you're getting the Steam Machine? Hey, congratulations, bro. Congrats. I know some of you guys are going to buy it. So, you know what I mean? Hey, Country Boy, are you getting the Steam Machine? Gaming. I know Skillful said he's getting the 2 terabyte one. I know, Gaming and Reactions is going to be getting one, I think. I don't know. Some of you guys are probably going to be getting the Steam Machine. So, regardless, Sean, you want to be like Sean. Sean is the man, bro. Sean is the one with the money, not me. Believe me, bro. If I had the money, I would, bro. It wouldn't even be an option. I would even give away a Steam machine if I had the money. You know, I ain't got that kind of bread, bro. He said, no, I will stay with my PS5 Pro and my 15. There you go. Hey, there you go, bro. There you go. So do you think that Sony will purchase these companies Xbox got rid of, and would that be a smart? Nah, you talking about Sony buying Xbox? They can't afford it. You say you're getting the 2 terabyte one. That's why I said some of you guys are going to get the 2 terabyte one. Steam machine DOA, aka scam. And people are still going to buy, bro. See, Bobby Cook saying he getting one. That's what I'm saying. A lot of you guys are saying you're getting one. I'm happy for you guys, man. Those of you, like I said, I would love to get a Steam machine so I can check it out, review it on the channel, stream some of the games, let y'all see the performance, put it next to the Series X or the PS5 Pro. I wish. But unfortunately, like I said, we just don't have the money right now to get one. So we're just going to have to wait, you know? Since I'm just a console gamer, I started with the first Nintendo and had every console besides an Atari Jaguar and Sega CD since. Interesting. That's what's up, bro. I said I already have the Steam controller, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go for the basic 2 terabyte or the 2 terabyte bundle. Oh, I mean, if you already have the controller, then I would just, if I were you, then I would just go with the one without the controller. Save yourself $100 and something. How many Steam consoles they making? Probably not a lot. Probably not a lot. So if you want one, you need to sign up. If you want one, you need to sign up before June 25th, before Thursday. You need to sign up so you can get on board. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, then you're in trouble. You can get it and return it. I mean, if I get the money to get one, then obviously we'll keep it. But if I had the money to get one, then, you know, I would do the same thing. But unfortunately, I don't. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to wait. I'm just gonna have to wait, man, and see what happens by now and leading up to Thursday. Anything can happen. We'll see. But as of right now, the one that I would like to get, I don't have the bread for it. Let's see here. It says Helix.
If Helix allows SteamOS, no reason to for this.
That's what I'm saying. And the Helix is gonna have Steam, bro. It's gonna have Steam on it. So but the Helix, judging from what we're hearing so far, it seemed like it's gonna be more expensive, man. And unless Microsoft finds a way to subsidize the price, that's basically what's going to be happening, you know? So, I mean, it is what it is. Hey, somebody donate 150,000 150,000 to Marlon so that he can get the Steam 100. I don't need no 150,000, bro. I know some of y'all in the chat got the big bucks, big money, top shelf in the building, big money Ray in the building. Nah, man, nah. 150,000 that's outrageous. I guess you meant to say $1,500. I guess you meant to say 15. This man said $150,000. Oh my God. Let's see here. Let me hurry up and get to these. It says, I'm ready for the GTA 6. Me too. I'm ready for the GTA 6 Collector's Edition. So Marlon, you have the big connections at Best Buy. Yeah, but this is not going to be selling at Best Buy. This is on Valve's website. Like, this is going to be on Valve's website. This is like not going to be anywhere else, you know? Say, hey, Marlon, is Wolverine open world? No, it's linear. You know what I mean? It's a linear experience. It's kind of semi-open, but not like, obviously, like Spider-Man. It's more of like a linear experience. That's what you meant? You meant $1,500? Yeah. Ain't nobody in here, man. I'm not asking anybody for anything, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro. If we get one, we get one. If we don't, we don't. But I'm not asking anybody for anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm just firm on that. I'm just grateful for you guys to be here, hanging out with me, talking about video games. Like I said, God bless those who, you know, have the ability to donate, and I appreciate those of you. I mean, it's all optional, but I'm not asking anybody for anything, man. It is what it is. Like I said, I would like to get one so I can review on the channel to help people out, but it is what it is, you know? We take what we can get, bro. Let's see here. Let me try to hurry up. So Marlon, it's okay. You don't need that Steam machine. Just let this one pass. It will be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Like, it is what it is, bro. It's all good. It is what it is. If we get one, we get one. If we don't, we don't. Like, would I like to review it on the channel? Sure. You know what I mean? Put it up against the Series X, put it up against the PS5 Pro. Sure. But just you don't have the bread. You don't have the bread. You know, it is what it is. Nah, bro. I wish, dog. I wish I had the money, y'all. I wish I had the money y'all think I have. I really don't. I really don't. You know what I mean? Everything that you guys donate on this channel is helping fund everything. Funding the operations of the channel, keeping the lights on, you know, keeping the internet going, allowing us to invest more into the channel and buy new tech and stuff like that. So unfortunately, we're not a big channel, you know what I mean? So we don't have those big connections like that, you know, especially when it comes to stuff like this. Like, I've never gotten a review unit from Valve, you know, so it's just, hopefully one day, we'll see. I said, just let it, y'all know Nintendo Museum says was one of a lifetime experiences if you're able to go to Japan. I wish, honestly, Game Interaction, I wish I could go to Japan. I think that would have been fantastic. I honestly wish. Especially squeezing lemons, you got a couple. Yeah, that is true, Tarnish. That is true. Say, hey Marlon, I just read that maybe Sony is considering on buying Xbox. I am not sure. Nah, dude, they ain't got no money for that. They ain't got no money for that, guys. They ain't got no money for that. That's all caps. That's literally all caps. You know what I mean? But I love y'all. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and tend to my daughter, man. She's actually not feeling well right now. My wife just dropped her home from school, and she's running like high fever right now. So I just wanted to take the time to answer as many questions as I possibly can. But please hit that like button if you did enjoy the show. A massive thank you to everyone that watches the show. Thank you guys so much. Those of you who go out of your way, you don't have to, but those of you who go out of your way to super chat, you guys are the reason why we're continuing and able to do this for you guys. So thank you all so much for your support, man. And yeah, man, like I said, GTA 6 pre-orders this week, Steam Machine this week. I know some of you guys are going to get the Steam Machine. I know some of you guys are going to be getting GTA 6. But kudos to all of you guys. Thank y'all for y'all time and for y'all efforts today, for being here, for rocking with your boy. Please hit that like button, guys. If you did enjoy the show, subscribe, turn on post notification bell. We're going to be going live for GTA 6 pre-orders. I told y'all, God's willing, we're going to go live early. So make sure you come through. I'm going to try to see if I can help as many people secure the bag. Because get ready, man. And hopefully, we get the third trailer on Thursday. You know what I mean? So keep your eyes peeled. Keep it locked here. And if anything drops news-wise, I can update y'all boys. You know, I'll drop a video or something like that and update y'all boys. All right? So I love you guys, man. Thank y'all for the support today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream today. And like the great legendary Edica would always say, please have yourself a wonderful one. I love y'all, man. Stay up, man. Stay out of trouble, guys. I see y'all tomorrow with more bangers, God's willing. Peace, man. We out. Love y'all.
Go hard like I'm Kobe, 24 on the clock, grinding hard to the morning, promise that we won't drop. I can take no losses, pray that we make it out, we ain't scared to take a shot. Guarantee we won't stop. $250,000 for the plain Jane, every day I go get it. 50K for the bad when I step in Magic City. Batting up like Showway, I'ma hit it off the building. You can have my throwaways, I ain't even being tender. Always buy my cash, I could never miss a digit. I wonder if that I just wanna get up in it. You can have them racks, babe, just gotta mind your business. I barely see the time, cause the watch too expensive. Go hard like I'm Kobe, 24 on the clock. Grinding hard till the morning, promise that we won't drop. Now I can take no losses, pray that we make it out. We ain't scared to take a shot, guarantee we won't stop. 6'3" when I'm cruising, on the island on the yacht. Bad call the phone, she just want this. Overtime working hard, getting money don't stop. We all came from the bottom, we all tryna make it out. You go brick by brick, till you build a house. Never switching my team, I'm down for the route. 5 rings like Kobe, I'ma hit it in and out. In Europe like I'm Luka, gotta fly the out. Go hard like I'm Kobe, 24 on the clock. Grinding hard till the morning, promise that we won't drop. Now I can take no losses, pray that we make it out. We ain't scared to take a shot, guarantee we won't stop. Guarantee we won't stop. Guarantee we won't stop.